Oh, so close to me, you burn in hell forever, 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 forever. Oh, so close to me, you burn in hell forever, 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 forever.
the man, the king, the god of this shit, Nick fucking Gage. You know how I start this off. Shout out to all my MDK gang members around the world. And I want to let everybody know, Blvd Bullies vs. the World is a podcast every Tuesday, 7 p.m. live on YouTube with my motherfucking boy, Larry the Legend. And what the Blvd Bullies are doing, they're trying to ignite a revolution. Within the fans unite and make the crowds electric again. So check out the Blvd Bullies vs. the World, 7 p.m. live Tuesdays with Larry the fucking Legend. MDK all fucking day.
Oh, so Christ, may you burn in hell forever, 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 forever.
Oh, geez. Hold on. Hello, everyone, and welcome to Blvd Bullies versus the World. It's a podcast. It's about 1,000 fucking degrees everywhere. And I'm your host, BK, with the Blvd Bullies. And if you hear my air conditioner struggling for life, well, so am I. I wish I was frozen because it would be a much cooler state. Welcome to the show. Welcome.
You're a December baby.
Welcome to the end times. And let me introduce to you the crew, the fam, the friends, the bullies. Ladies and gentlemen, wearing his brand new clout-chasing edition of his Knock Loose long sleeve in his extremely overly air-conditioned apartment, I give you Bad Take Bry Ginsburg July, the merch guy.
Hello, fellow friends. Welcome to the show.
I thought he was wearing a big turtleneck.
No, I'm wearing a fucking neck brace because I'm still in immense amounts of pain. Thank you very much.
Brian will be wearing the neck brace until we zero in on a date for the backyard barbecue, which has been tentatively slated for mid-August at an undisclosed location. And the man who will have his own wrestling champion opposing Brian's wrestling champion for the bongos on a pole barbecue bongo baptism bullshit match. Ladies and gentlemen, wearing Abuela's crocheted button-up shirt. Sole proprietor and owner of Ringside Relics Collectibles, the Deathmatch Doctor, Ringside Sean.
Larry, Brian, good to see you guys. Happy Tuesday. Let's get the shit rolling. A lot to talk about.
That's my Astro bro right there.
And
still
last but not
I'm
least,
sorry to cut you off. Sean, speaking of Ringside Relics, you owe Dan Redramsky a card. So he's contacting us for you to send him his purchased goods. So you should do that.
Oh, is this the same guy you texted me about and I told you I was going to send it out when I got the chance?
Yeah.
All right. Just want to clarify that. Okay,
right, so
moving on.
It's all settled. Ladies and gentlemen, and last but not least, my wrestling father, owner of 2, as far as I know of, Boston Celtics basketball jerseys, maybe even 3. He's a former boat owner. He's a Showcase Showdown winner. He's a CZW Hall of Famer. He's my wrestling father, and he's in a new room this week.
New room, Larry.
Ladies and gentlemen, new room, Larry Legend.
Yo.
Can't believe you remembered to go into a different room because I was going to use that as a tool to trigger you this week.
He's a Sag. You'll never forget.
You'd never forget.
Yeah. Sean, and you're my Astro bro, Sean, so you know that I'm going to remember. But, yo, I do have 3. I do have 3 Boston Celtics jerseys. And for the same reason that I rep Real Madrid, the most championship-winning team in the history of football, the winners are we're the winners, bro. I rep the winners. And ain't nobody won more NBA championships than the Boston Celtics.
Is that true? They just won this past year as well.
18.
Yeah.
18.
They're like the Yankees of basketball.
They're like the Yankees of basketball. Hey,
The
here you go.
Lakers are right
Brian.
behind them. The Lakers are right behind them at 17, I believe. They were tied, but they pulled ahead now. And now the Boston Celtics are the #1 most winning championship team ever. Ever.
Hey, quick off the notes, already off the rails, roundtable discussion very quickly. The most world championship titles record is held by one Ricolas Flairicus, right?
Ricardolus.
And I don't know if you remember, but John Cena was chasing, I think he was chasing a tie, or was he chasing a 17th?
I think he's chasing a 7th. I think he's tied right now.
And he was foiled by none other than Jon Stewart of The Daily Show. And then the next night on Raw, it was like, Jon Stewart, why did you screw me? And he's like, I'm just a huge Ric Flair fan. I couldn't see you do it, John. So John gave him an AA and a fucking 5-knuckle.
I was there. I was at that
ball,
Raw.
And
you were there?
Braun Strowman fucking debuted, and it was that's like a legendary Raw, by the way.
Yeah. So
wow, Brian,
I just think
that's awesome. I didn't know you were there.
I just think that's so fucking funny that Jon Stewart decided he was going to fuck up a historic moment for John Cena just because he loves Ric Flair. But anyway, John Cena announced his retirement. He's going on a retirement tour, a run, which, by the way, so brilliant. He's doing like the Jeter final season, you know? So they're going to sell out every fucking spot because it's going to be see John Cena for the last time in his jorts, the Jorts Farewell Tour. So that's my question. Will, in his final run, John Cena win the 17th championship so that they can fully erase Ric Flair's plane ride from hell, cock helicoptering records and put in the Milkman, the Wonder Bread, John Cena, the Big Mac? Brian?
I'm going to say yes because it's new. It's a new company and they're going to do new things. And I think that John Cena will win the match, win the championship in his final match, and then give up the title the next night. He will win the championship and then give it away.
Sean?
No, he's not going to win the championship. He's on a story run, much like Netflix. They have a bunch of stories that they put onto film. He is going to be WWE's first Netflix film storyline where he goes for the championship, but he does not win, and he goes off into the sunset like the true champion that he is.
Larry, what do you think? Yay or nay? You're the tiebreaker. Best of 3 here. Where do you land on John Cena? See or no?
I mean, both of y'all's arguments are very meritorious. But Sean, what I'm going to say is that since Ric Flair's lineage to the championship goes back to the Jim Crockett NWA, which ultimately, even though Vince is not there, the goal is to like the WWE record books, the #1 record books. Don't look at all that other stuff that happened back when there were territories and there was another viable option. The only thing that matters in the future is what we created. I just feel that they're gonna give it to him for the feel-good moment. Also, I was listening to F4W Online, one of my favorite other YouTubers out there, that podcast / YouTube, and they were like, for the to compete with Sting, with them having Sting retire as the champion, they were like, we don't think he's going to retire as the champion, but just to be like, okay, you guys did it. Now watch us do it. Okay? Y'all did it, and it was great. Now watch us do it right. I feel that it is what is in the cards, and I don't necessarily want to face the fact that the NWA, Big Bubba Rogers, all of that shit is going to eventually just be absorbed by WWE and curtailed and edited to be their version. I kind of am a little upset about that. But
well, the WWE is the history is written by the victors type of company.
Yes.
For sure. So
indeed.
whereas I feel like Sean is right that like it'll be his chase for the championship and coming up short is the artistic thing to do.
That is a good story.
I think it's a great story, and you know how dope is that they have really good storylines going on. Like they got their year-long stories, they got their like monthly stories. Like their stories are kind of like popping right now, and I'm starting to feel like I believe that they might be knowing what they're doing, or at least have a plan, right? So the artistic thing is that John Cena's quest takes front and center, even over the bloodline. I could see it even being like WrestleMania's whole thing this year, right? And the artistic thing is that he falls just short, because you always lose your last fucking match. However, I agree with you, I think more, Larry, that the pettiness and the monopolizing nature of WWE, even under the new regime, knows no bounds. So not only will they put John Cena as 17-time champion or 18-time or whatever the fuck, because he's 18-time WWE only, like from Ruthless Aggression on, he might not even have held a WWF title, actually. Right? But then also he could retire the next night, like Brian said, just to tell Bret Hart, see, fuck you. You could have gone this way, dude. Asshole. We would have let you have it. We would have let you retire.
Yes.
So they, you know, but I don't know. It'd be interesting.
And
the thing about Cena,
we're all intrigued and talking about it, and that's beautiful.
Yo, I mean, listen, they're doing good shit. Like, well, you know, you shit on WWE for 20 years. WWE is so bad that it forces you into the loving arms of GCW. But then if you could just wipe the cobwebs out of your eyes, realize, oh, well, you know, they're doing good shit now. They're doing good shit, and I feel like there is a plan in place, and it's interesting and fucking provocative. The only thing that I'm worried about is, like, you don't want to overexpose John now. You don't want to overexpose him as he's going into his final fucking run. You don't want to make his storyline like too fucking prominent. But I don't know. I'm having this trust. I have this trust. Because you see Raw the last few weeks. Sometimes the Liv Morgan thing's the main event. Other times the Wyatt Six is the main event. Other times like they're good at switching it up rhythmically, much like an Oz or a Sopranos. Where it's like every week you get a little bit further in every storyline and the meta quest, but sometimes, you know, Vito's the headliner. Sometimes we're doing a Vito episode. Sometimes we're doing a sidebar episode. So, I'm kind of loving what they're doing. It just feels different watching.
Another analogy, like having a good sex partner. You know, that you switch it up with, and sometimes it's all the foreplay. We lean on the foreplay over the fucking humping. You know,
do you contribute this new wave of strictly Vince leaving, and it's just like this new shit? Like the people have now decided to go this new shit,
I feel
and
like
Vince isn't there halting their shit.
Yeah, I feel like
not
Vince
only that,
terrified and inexplicably changed things on everybody, and was like, "Oh no, this week Moxley is a plumber." I was like, "Oh, well, dude, we've been waiting. We've been doing this for like 3 months. No, it's different now. It's different. You know, it's like I think he was a senile old man, fucking their shit up, dude."
Yeah, but at the same time, I feel like one of the reasons that they will put Cena over is kind of like a little wink to Vince, because we all know Cena was at Vince's like birthday. Remember the TMZ coverage of Vince's birthday last year in August? I don't know, August 3rd, whatever day it is. And they were all showing Vince with some woman that no one had ever seen before, just going into some, I don't know, Cipriani's or Carmine's or some fancy schmancy.
Oh, I remember that. And that was, I think that was the first time.
I almost feel like that Triple H is like, look, you know, we got to fucking have you over here. We're best for biz. But hey, we know that's your boy. We know you like bodies. We know the bodies are WWE. Put the kid over for the belt. For the old man.
I believe that birthday dinner was the first time that Vince McMahon's mustache was displayed to the world.
Salvador Dali
I
mustache.
think you're right, and we were all like, "What the fuck?"
Yo, speaking of sick, depraved, horny old white men, have you guys seen who Bill Belichick is dating? Have you seen this?
24-year-old model,
Larry
yeah.
and Brian, you know who Bill Belichick is. He's a Hall
coach.
of Fame
He's a coach.
Coach of the New
Sports
England
coach.
Patriots.
Yes, I knew. I'm not completely stupid.
Okay, well, I just want to,
Shit.
not only for you guys.
I know shit. I just
Bill
don't like
Belichick, Jimmy Johnson. He knows the names.
John
Right,
Madden.
so-
Mike Ditka.
Bill Belichick is dating a 24-year-old professional cheerleader.
Good for him.
The guy's like 75. Clap it up. Let's go, dude. You know, this time last year, or more than a year ago, I got into a lot of trouble because we interviewed Kat Martini, and she said, "Oh, well, you know, Rob's 50 and I'm 35, and I met him when he was 35 or whatever the fuck, you know, something like that." No, that doesn't make any sense. But, you know, it was something along those lines. And I was like, 38 it was, right? And I was like, and 38's how old I am. So I was like, there's still hope for me. And my girlfriend at the time wanted to murder me.
Well, so you dodged that bullet.
Well, I could say there's still hope for me now up until I'm Bill Belichick's age. So he just gave me 50 more years of faith. Or whatever the fuck. My math is terrible, but you get what I'm saying. Hey, speaking of horny, old, weird white men, the fucking current events, the main event in the headlines is not wrestling. It's not that Liv Morgan was doused in water doing promos on Raw. It was that former president, current running president, Donald Trump, almost killed, almost murdered live on television. So close, yet so far. He is
Somebody else died, though. Somebody else did die.
Somebody else did die, and apparently there were multiple other injuries. You know,
Yeah,
much like
it's
any
really fucked. It's
hot
really
button
fucked up.
news thing, you know, reports come out. Those reports are wrong. They're cleaned up. They're changed. The story's cleaned up. You know, who knows what the real facts are. But he is a WWE Hall of Famer. And he was almost murdered in public. So I feel like we got to talk about it. And we got to obviously address the main issue when it comes to wrestling fans consuming this news. Did he bump and blade? Did he take a bump
I'm thinking I'm going first here. I'm gonna say because somebody did die and there's other injured people, I'm gonna say that there was in fact a bullet that grazed the man's ear.
Yeah, of course there was a bullet because they had to kill a civilian to make it look real, dude.
No, but I think that his ear was grazed by a bullet. I don't think he cut his ear with a blade. I don't think he
You don't think he did like
I
a
don't
Mick
think he could do
Foley
it. No.
And like popped the blood capsule on his ear before he went down?
No, I don't think it.
I mean,
I think the
just
man
think that
was
if you're going
shot
to
at.
say a civilian death is proof that it was not staged or planned, I think that if I was in the deep state and I was planning a staged, planned thing, I'd be like, yo, we got to kill a civilian. Make it look real. Sean, what do you think?
No comment.
No comment.
I will say the
comment.
video itself did look very strange. When the bullets are heard being shot, there is like a calm reaction, and there's one scream. So it's just a weird video to watch because of how calm everybody is while the shit is happening.
Here comes Steve.
It's just weird. It's a weird video, but I do believe that, that it all
He got up and hit hard cam. Nation. We are the nation.
You look towards the crowd. That's what.
Yo, and I also love, like, I never realized this, but, like, wait a second. This is the Secret Service's plan? This is what they trained to do? They just gave him the Care Bears? Like, give him friendship. He's being attacked. Hug him. I don't know. It's like, that's what they're trained.
It's the Care Bear countdown.
They're like, let's just protect him with friendship.
They're trained. That's their training.
Their training is to group hug him.
To put their bodies against his, I guess.
But you know, it's like even Harrison Ford and the fucking bodyguard or whatever the fuck knows to do a tackle, to gore the person out of the bullet's way.
Well, you can't.
Not hug them.
You can't tackle an 80-year-old man. You're going to kill him. Then they'll kill him, but not the bullet.
That was a good movie, The Bodyguard.
Was that Janet? Who was in that? Whitney Houston.
I thought it was China.
Yeah, Kevin Costner and Whitney Houston.
No,
Yeah,
China.
that's what I'm saying. It's like their
their
finishing move, like their best move that they could possibly come up with was hugging him. They all grew.
it looked very
It's like,
weird.
It's like, yo, we're in DEFCON 10 or whatever. It's red alert. It's high alert. Bust out the finishing move, and they all like hug and surround him. Get him.
Okay, Pat, I'm with you. But you remember Child's Play 3 when Chucky threw the live grenade at the
Yo, that was my shit, man.
Yo, he threw the live grenade at the bunch of kids that were fighting because one team wasn't using paint guns, they were using live rounds.
He put bullets in all of them.
The nerd who no one thought was going to make an impact on the whole movie, like jumped on the grenade to protect everybody. Yeah. Like sometimes your human body is just like your human body pressed up against another thing is like the best protection.
Yo, shout out to Child's Play 3.
Shout out Chucky. Larry, what do you think? Was it okay? Because the Trump supporters say that it was a deep state attempted assassination, that the Secret Service was in on it. The Trump haters are saying that it was a staged fake thing, a planned thing to make him look like a badass because, Biden's looking more brittle. I mean, he was
clearly much more brittle.
He was, in fact, inducted into the WWE Hall of Fame. He was involved in a wrestling angle. He knows his business. And also, I mean, I don't know if it was AI or not, but I think I saw a clip that was unearthed of when Trump was in his feud with Vince McMahon, him walking into the arena with like an ear bandage on.
That just happened. He came to he came out to a fucking, after getting shot, he went out to a
Brian,
thing
that was Monday Night Raw, Brian. That was Monday Night Raw.
No, I don't think that was Monday Night Raw.
I think it was. I think it was.
They photoshopped Monday Night Raw thing.
That's
and
impossible.
They put no, it's
Photoshops for photos. How are you going to do that to a video, Brian?
Video shop, brother.
Larry, it wasn't a work.
I'm gonna tell you something, y'all. I haven't even seen it. I haven't even seen it because I was in the production meeting of the 23rd annual Shane Shamrock Memorial Cup when it came across the wire that it happened. And I swear to God, with us putting together the wherefores and whys of the event that we were doing, it literally was like, oh my God, someone just shot at Donald Trump. Wow. Is he dead? No. Okay. Back to the show. So
right. It was significantly downgraded that he didn't get killed. Once he realized he was alive, I was like, all right, whatever.
As soon as it was like he's not dead, I'm like, okay, so, right? But the bloody mouth image, the fist, okay, hear me out now, the fist and the bloody mouth image says nothing to me besides, that thing of the guys taking the flag on Iwo Jima, that famous shit of the guys like storming Iwo Jima, and although they were getting cut down by the enemy, they still got that flag up. They were dying as they were putting it up, and Americans got that flag up. Bro, that image is all I've really seen of this thing, and that image to me is Slaughter versus Hogan WrestleMania 7. It's the Iwo Jima image. It is what is to use the bully pulpit to galvanize the people to sway a certain way. That's all I'm going to say.
I will say that I think that the government was involved in 9/11, so why wouldn't they be involved in a fucking assassination of the president?
It was weird. I did get a weird beep and a weird video feed thing happening, so maybe we should move on. But yeah, I mean, we can all agree that there's something fishy afoot.
Always question everything.
And also, by the way, it's like these guys who attempt. First of all, it is very strange that more people haven't tried to kill Donald Trump or even just any president that we've had ever. I feel like
maybe they do, and they're just the Secret Service is good at catching them.
Oh, because they gave him the Care Bears hug of friendship
Right. They take out the intruder before they even get a chance.
Yeah, I don't know. I'm sure there's snipers, and they're like looking here, but the guy was on the roof like over here. You know, it's like what the fuck? Like Vinny Dudes has a drone. You know what I mean? Like there's a guy crawling out, and apparently it's like, oh well, the Secret Service radius is 150 feet. And after that, it's state police. And the guy was set up at 151 feet. So nobody knows whose fault it was.
It's all very strange shit, dude.
I don't know. It's very strange. And, you know, I feel like when you peel the curtain back and enjoy wrestling.
Why are we talking about politics on this goddamn show?
We're talking about wrestling, Brian. What we're going to talk about in Deathmatch Elite is more politics than this discussion.
That's fun politics.
To me, this is so fun. And it's weird because, like, how many people, like, you know, it's like, if you had a bunch of guns, wouldn't you rather try to kill the president than, like, shoot up a school? It's weird that more people don't try to kill the president.
Well, it's probably easier to shoot up a school than it is to kill the president.
I mean, not after what I saw the other day. The guy just crawled on a roof, fucking shot at him. You saw him? The guy looks like fucking Dilf Boy.
If the Secret Service was involved, then you don't know how easy it is or not.
Brian, is it true that after the guy, the potential assassin, was killed, that Deathmatch Elite went from 100,000 members strong, brother, to 999,999 members strong?
It is true. It is true.
Yeah, see, I knew it. I knew that there was a connection. Did you see that Tenacious D broke up?
No. What does that mean? There's only what?
They are no longer friends, Brian.
Oh my God.
And it's connected to the Trump shooting.
Oh
Kyle
my God.
Gass on stage at a show said, "Hey, next time don't miss."
Oh.
And Jack
Jesus.
Black said, "You know what? That's ugly. That's ugly speech. That's hate speech." Kyle Gass. I'm dissolving this 30-year musical act because of what you said about Trump.
That makes me disappointed in Jack Black. He's a comedian. He should let. I mean, I guess people are sensitive and are sensitive these days. But
Brian,
I'm not.
Brian,
gonna, whatever.
Brian. I don't think that the Jack Black that we fell in love with is Jack Black anymore.
Well, he's an old man now.
After King Kong, it was done.
After what?
After King Kong, it was done.
You know, it's over. And then I fuck her hard. You know, Brian, and then I fuck her hard. That guy is not after King Kong.
It's after King Kong, it was done, Larry?
Yeah,
like this?
Yeah, I mean, we loved him. We loved him, Brian. I know, but
School of Rock, bro. That's like that.
It was over.
Oh, man,
Pick a Destiny, dude.
After King Kong,
dude. Now you're making me sad. We lost Shannon Doherty and now Tenacious D.
Amber Rose.
And dude.
I just heard Amber Rose.
The Wiz Khalifa's ex.
Amber Rose came out with a rousing endorsement.
Oh, I thought she's dead.
Bro,
she's not dead. She's speaking at like the Republican National Convention, dude.
Oh.
A whore. A fucking whore. A whore.
Richard Simmons died. You know, the girl from The Shining died. The fuck's her name? What's her name? Anybody?
Linda Blair?
Is it Linda Blair?
No, fucking what's her name for the fucking Shining, Larry?
Yeah. That's what I'm saying.
Shelley Duvall.
Yes,
yeah,
she died. She died. Shelley Duvall, Shannon Doherty, Richard Simmons, and almost Donald Trump, but not.
Shannon Doherty died?
Yeah, man. Renee.
Yeah, she fucking died, Larry.
Mallrats, making me real sad. I love that
Shannon
movie.
Doherty of Charmed and Beverly Hills 90210.
Yeah.
And
Mallrats.
Mallrats.
That same one. That very same one.
That same one.
With the legendary cheekbones.
Yep.
It's depressing week.
Yeah, everyone's dying except Trump.
Now Jack Black's gonna hate you.
Am I like sick because I was outside smoking a cigarette and like a guy on the phone was like walking by and he was like, Donald Trump was shot. And I like rushed inside and went on Twitter. Like, this motherfucker got shot. And then I realized he was just grazed his ear and I was like, oh, that's not that fucking cool.
It's still, dude, I'm gonna say whatever. It's still pretty crazy to get shot at on fucking live shit, and then somebody else is dead and seriously injured. It's like a crazy thing.
So, speaking of death, this past week, maybe 2 weeks, both Schlack and Masada appeared on Circle 6 programming. And we all know they have $1 billion backer. So, I mean, and look, Schlack said that Dr. Ruth died. Hey, you want to hear a funny story? When Blvd Bullies was first starting...
Jesus Christ.
When Blvd Bullies was first starting, it was like, yo, we should use these good YouTube and Instagram numbers to get into a convention. Let's go to, like, SexCon. You know, let's go to SexCon and ask about wrestling sex questions or whatever. And so we thought that we were going to Exotica, which is actually a porn con. But we got press passes to like a sex con, like a tantric sex convention. And the keynote speaker was Dr. Ruth.
Dr. Ruth? Wow. Shout out to Dr. Ruth.
So we thought we were going to the thing with like porn people. But what we were doing is like tantric. We got passes to like a tantric thing, guys with cowboy hats.
Sick.
And like,
That sounds sick.
you know, bolo ties and shark tooth things, you know, and Dr. Ruth and just vibrators and yeah, just gross. Gross.
There's nothing gross about that.
No, there's nothing gross. Patrick's just a baby.
No, I mean but it's just funny because I thought we were going to like a hot modern thing, but we were just going to like a 50+ Dr. Ruth sex thing.
That's pretty funny.
You get it.
It is pretty funny.
That's very funny. We were like, yeah, we scored press passes.
Was
Dr.
everyone sitting
Ruth,
were they sitting at tables taking notes like a class?
We didn't go.
You didn't go. No,
We didn't go. We didn't even go. So, rest in peace, XPW. Congratulations to Schlack on getting $1 billion contract from Circle 6. Congratulations to Masada on getting $1 billion.
Something. Is Circle 6 just YouTube? It's just when the show is live, it's on YouTube, and that's it. You never get to watch it again.
Well, I think the things that go live on YouTube, much like this program, get put into like a library that you can go back and watch.
Right. Right. It goes up live. I don't know if they add it to IWTV, but I know that they have they run their shows live on YouTube for free, and then eventually I've heard that it takes a long time for them to be rewatchable, but they eventually become rewatchable.
I did a Circle 6 show. I did a Circle 6 show last year, Mania weekend out in LA.
Was that Murder Mania? Were they part of Murder Mania last year?
No. It was the Hoodfoot All Black Death Show. Y'all know Hoodfoot promoted a whole all black. This is, of course, before The Body was a guest on our show. But Hoodfoot promoted and did an all of color death show in LA last year, 2023. And I was commentating with Kevin Gill.
Well, he's not black.
Kevin Gill is not black, Larry.
That's why I was commentating, Brian, because Kevin Gill was like, yo, Larry. I think you probably should come and do this shit with me because, like,
that's funny.
I don't know. Look at how this looks.
Well, shout out Kevin Gill for having the brains with these fucking.
I'm like, Kevin, you're absolutely right. If I was a fan at home watching this shit, and I'm like, all black with Kevin Gill. I'm like, what the fuck is this?
I feel like I do remember because you must have talked about it after.
Yeah, JTG fought AJ Gray in the main event.
That's pretty dope.
So what's the deal, Brian? What's going to be your new hobby now that Schlack signed a $2 billion contract with the $1 billion company Circle 6?
Well, I'm going to tell you.
Who, by the way,
let's put the fucking
$2 billion. Have the link to come in.
He single-handedly.
Yes.
Circle 6 single-handedly keeping Cass's 10-year-old bullshit afloat with no
We're
Larry.
Put all these fucking rumors to rest right now.
15 people at the July 4th show. And hey, guess what,
Cass's
Larry?
Shit is 10 years old.
Butthole University played. Big surprise.
No.
We're going to put rumors to rest.
Cass's show is 10 years old.
It feels like it when I watch it. What are the rumors, Brian? I mean, I think that every single thing I've said thus far has been a complete fact.
What? First of all, there's no contracts. There's no contracts.
Well,
Schlack and Masada can work wherever they want. They're independent contractors. The man's need to eat, and XPW is not going anywhere. But they are also not running shows as frequently. They're not running shows monthly, so the people are able to work. If XPW was running monthly and there was a monthly show, then things would be different. But they're not, and things are different. So it is what it is. People are going to work where they work, and XPW is alive and coming, baby.
Schlack says you killed his career, Brian. What do you have to say about that?
Don't blame a Jew.
It's true.
Don't blame the Jew, brother.
Listen, no, I think it's more about. That's so funny because we did establish that you did ruin Schlack's XPW career, Brian.
And explain that to me again. How I ruined Schlack's career.
I don't know. It was so obvious in the moment.
Can we send him the link and get him in here? Maybe.
Can we get Schlack in here?
Himself?
We need to talk about this. I mean, he signed he's now the highest paid deathmatch wrestler. Ever.
Is he higher paid than Drake Younger?
No, well, Drake Younger got new human body parts, so.
Well, Schlack is not even human.
Right, he's a human meat grinder.
And I'm still
Now he's
interested
gonna
to
be
know
grinded
how I, Brian July Ginsburg, killed Schlack's XPW career and not anybody, maybe himself.
Well, through your chicanery, through your ways and chicanery, I feel like the as soon as you started posting about something, the next day Schlack just lost everything. Wasn't heard from again.
I don't think that has anything to do with me. I think that has to do with their own silly decisions and people
that they
landed on his
feet after you ripped everything from his arms.
I think that I did nothing but have fun, and I'm sorry that it ruins people's times. But
And
fuck
Brian,
everybody.
see,
Wow. So you just said
thing.
your fun is at the
Here's-
cost of
hold
other
on.
people.
I'm still not understanding how my fun has ruined Schlack's career. He was just a Circle Six.
No, can I talk?
No, you just
Can I
used the
talk?
wrong words.
Sean, you already whacked him with a light tube, so let me say this. Brian, what you deem as fun, what you deem as like funny, that cannot govern like other people's emotions or like opinions on things.
What the hell does that have to do with Schlack's career?
It doesn't have to do anything with Schlack's
That's what
career.
we're talking about
saying,
right
like,
now. We're talking about Schlack's career and me killing it.
Well,
And
his
that
XPW career at least.
So you want to get?
So it's my fault Schlack is not working at XPW.
You
It's
want
my
to get?
fault XPW is not running
You want to get
shows.
specific.
I go to the
when
XPW shows.
When I am bringing up the impact of
Hey,
your
Pat, check the chat
general
out, Pat.
fucking behavior.
Pat,
You
check
want
out
to
the
stay
chat.
specific about Schlack when I generally want to bring up the reason that you got whacked with a fucking bunch of light tubes. Do you understand what I'm saying? Like, we can stay specific about Schlack and how you ruined his career, or we can make it general about like how people approach Sean and I about like, yo, what the fuck is wrong with y'all?
Well, Brian, I'm not that mad at you. I think I'm happy that Schlack
I'm not
landed.
mad at him either. I'm just saying.
I disagree with all of you, and that's that. We can
I'm
agree
just happy
to
that
disagree.
Schlack landed on his feet after you completely destroyed his XPW career.
Happy for the man. He's our friend of the Bullies.
Well, guess what? You
He's
also
supposed to be
created
the fifth
a hell
member.
of a career for Jasmine St. Clair, because I see her out there at XBW
Yeah.
being the ring announcer, the host. at XBW,
I don't think
you
XBW
know,
would
and
exist
Joe Beisler
if it wasn't for Brian.
with Veronica Cade signing the wall. You empowered these people, Brian.
Yeah,
I
exactly.
think that I mean, then they should be thanking me because all I do is
You
be
think you lit a fire
fan
under their bums.
enjoy how I enjoy. So
They
you're
wouldn't
welcome.
even be relevant. They wouldn't even be relevant.
Right. Thank God. Yeah, I mean, and then thank God. I know that Schlack was texting Circle 6 every single day sometimes twice a day for months trying to get booked on their show. So I'm happy it finally happened for him, and that he landed off on his feet after Bryan destroyed his career. Masada.
He's a grown man. He's good at things. He'll be fine.
Yeah, he was fine. Thank goodness. And thank God that Nosferatu still lives and in the form of Kevin Gill. Happy that he's still around, creeping through the earth, So did anybody watch Circle 6? Because I sure didn't.
When I put it on, I saw Atticus drop Akira like with a Sheamus white noise on top of like cement bricks, and homeboy, the back of his head, like I'm gonna knock my lights out back of the head, hit the bricks first, bro. Like
air raid crash.
Yo, bro, it was wild. It was a dope show, not gonna lie.
Not unlike when Matt Tremont took a superplex on the ring full of garden concrete at the Howell building in GCW, which is probably one of the more gruesome things I've ever seen. Back of the head just on concrete from the top rope.
Bro, like no
ouch.
You. No thanks.
People are saying in the chat Atticus versus Akira was good.
It was.
Good for them.
I assume they're kind of contemporaries of like these new age death guys from the Midwest that are like over.
Yeah, I mean, two beautiful men who had every handsome advantage in their lives.
Drake Younger fought too. I forgot who the hell he fought.
And were so bad socially that they had to wind up in deathmatch wrestling. Atticus Kogar, fucking Akira, two very beautiful, beautiful men. So bad socially.
Akira, even he looks pretty dressed up as a nice nurse.
Right, their next thing they're gonna have a fucking bra and panties match.
Very
it's gonna be Nurse Akira, Nurse Atticus versus fucking schoolgirl Akira.
I wonder who will be the first person to book schoolgirl Akira.
Kevin Gill, a cone head character without a cone.
Should be us.
Yeah, Drake versus Otis Kogar. That shit was another like car crash. A cool car crash. It was dope.
Everybody's raving about it. I mean, I think that the writing's on the wall. Brian, you have two choices. You have three choices, really. You could become a loyal fan of XBW. You could go crawling back to Donnie DeMonto at No Holds Barred. Or you could join the Circle 6, but I feel like you already burned that bridge in their YouTube chat long ago.
I don't think that you listened to anything that I said, because I said that XPW is not going anywhere. No one listens to me. No one listens to me when I talk anyway.
The final nail in the coffin wasn't even
I just felt like I got
Brian getting involved. It was actually the final nail in the coffin was me being put on commentary. That's when everybody across the entire wrestling business knew that it was the beginning of the end.
But it wasn't bad.
That was the beginning of the beginning.
It was not bad at all.
Whoa, what? Wait, Brian, are you telling me that XPW ain't going nowhere?
Jesus Christ. I've been saying it for the last fucking 30 minutes.
This is incredible news.
Oh.
Wow. Well, you heard it here first, ladies and gentlemen. Turns out XPW not going nowhere. You know, people can wrestle at different places, apparently. I haven't confirmed this with any sources, but apparently Schlack has landed on his feet and he's a grown man.
So here's the thing, Pat. Here's the thing. People can wrestle at other places, but Zandig always used to say, well, if you're going to wrestle over there and over there and over there, then when I run in Philly, why is anyone going to be like, oh, I want to come see Nick Gage?
Well, that's a great point, Larry.
I can go see him at GCW. I can go see him at fucking MCW. Like, so I get that. Like, I want to be a benevolent promoter, but are you growing your business or you just want content? Because some motherfuckers out here are trying to grow their biz. And they're like, oh, no. I'm giving you $1,000 every show. Every fucking show, Nikki, I'm giving you $1,000. Because Mox said to Brett, well, how much do you give Nikki? And Brett was like, oh, like a G. And Mox was like, well, just give me that. And then Nikki got that going forward because of Mox. Some promoters do that.
Well, I mean, take that number and times it by 1 million, and that's what Schlack's making now. Because the billionaire backer.
2 billion.
I'm just a
Sure.
man
Tony
lurking in
Khan.
the shadows.
The only billionaire that would back some shit is Tony Khan. He ain't backing VXS. And when I say backing, you know what that means? It means Daniel Garcia is like fucking being like, oh, look. That's all.
Brian,
he ain't backing it. He knows of it.
Newly minted multi-millionaire Schlack is in the chat. He says, please don't destroy my Circle 6 career too, Brian.
See? You see what you do? That's you.
I think Schlack sounds like a goddamn idiot.
Yeah.
No, come
Hey,
on.
hey,
Listen,
come on, hey.
He's been through a lot, man.
He's been through a lot. What's he been through?
I feel like
lot.
I want Schlack to use his
Been
money
through a
to
lot.
own a boat. I just think the world would be a better place if Schlack owned a boat. And then, Larry, you and Schlack would both be in an elite club.
Listen, after Danny Havoc passed away, I wish I would have kept my boat because I saw that Death versus Luke Hadley video of Danny Havoc saying that life would be a dream for him if he just had a boat that he could just like sail out and just forget about land and just be out on his boat drinking beers. I would have gone out there with him. If I would have seen that video when I won my boat on The Price is Right, yo, I swear to God, I would not have sold that boat. I would have been like, yo, Danny, I got a boat. Let's go. We're going out on the water just like you want to. A dream life for you. But hindsight being 2020, I wasn't thinking about Danny Havoc when I won The Price is Right and I sold that boat.
I think that's a highly successful potential storyline at XPW is that Schlack wrestles a few matches at Circle 6, becomes a billionaire, and comes back as like corporate Schlack. and then they're like, and you know how good Schlack's promos are. There are videos of him like golfing, like mowing his lawn.
Taxes, doing his taxes.
Backer of XPW.
Yeah, trading stocks. Throwing darts at a photo of Brian.
If and when Schlack wrestles at XPW again, I expect a huge, huge apology from everybody on this show and Schlack himself.
Wow, another
Just saying.
Brian,
I'm just saying.
I'm co-signing Pat saying you ruined his career. I don't know.
Schlack is in the chat saying it.
No, it's
Schlack
a joke.
is saying
it's a
it.
joke.
Man
It's a
himself
joke.
is in the chat. And I
Everybody
will
knows.
demand an apology.
Brian, everybody knows
Brian
that the person who ruined Schlack's XPW career is Schlack or Slava. Might could have been Slava. Slava he's just still talking. He's just still out there. He's still typing, dude.
As we speak.
Sorry if that happened to you, or congratulations. That's where I'm at.
I think he might write different posts and like copy them and paste them into his notes just to save them.
Oh, I'm
and
So
sure
you
that
think
he
he
has
has like
scheduled.
pages of like what kind of
scheduled
like,
posts. Yeah.
Well, we
what
said it
kind of
last year
posts
on the
he
show.
wants?
His photos are amazing. His visuals are incredible.
His posts
Because
are
they're
impeccable.
highly curated. Just like his posts are. And even with that high level of painstaking attention to detail, I still imagine them being written in crayon. So, congratulations or sorry that happened to you. Keep
I
typing.
see the written in crayon.
Brian, I don't want you to be upset. I see that you're straining your neck. You're going to give
I'm in
yourself an
pain.
aneurysm.
First of all, I haven't been able to watch any goddamn wrestling or pay attention to anything at all. Without these sunglasses, I can barely keep my eyes open for 10 minutes at a time without having immense head pain.
Lord.
Well, I'm congratulations or sorry that happened to you. It's my new favorite.
Lord.
Well, Brian, I apologize for riling you up. I know that you're experiencing very, very tense neck and orbital and vision problems. Plus, I mean, look at how bright and healthy and clean your apartment is. Maybe it's just the shine of your bright future that's giving you a headache.
Anything is possible.
Also, this guy right now, 3rd week in a row, long sleeve shirt. I feel like it's like 65, 67 degrees in your apartment right now.
It might be 62 degrees, Patrick.
Oh, my God. 62? That's why I'm mad at you, Brian, because your air conditioning.
Well, you shouldn't be mad. You should be happy for your friend.
It's 88 degrees in the room that I'm in.
I lived for
88.
10 years in Sunnyside, Queens, New York with fucking shitty goddamn window air conditioner that didn't do shit. And I finally live in a nice place, and you should be happy for your buddy.
Aw, you know what? I am happy. I am happy for you, Brian. I'm happy for you. I'm happy for Schlack.
For me, the night that I stayed over there after the New York City, it was cold enough for my ass to go to sleep, and the cat slept
you're
with
gonna
me.
come here one day.
Your retarded cat Will slept with me, and that was rare. You told me Will doesn't ever usually sleep with people, but he liked my gay ass.
He did. He took to your gay ass very well.
Yeah, I like Will too.
Shout out to everybody in the chat. Chase, Bren, Wesley, Easter, Urka. I saw newly crowned billionaire Schlack. Hey, here's an idea for a shirt. How about a Circle 6 $1 billion bill with Schlack's face on it? Being laid over a gravestone that reads
XPW. Shout out to my friend who donated $2 last week. Bro.
We have to get to Larry's favorite part of the show.
I'm getting there.
No, I gotta
Richter.
give a shout out to Eddie Spaghetti who gave us $2. Did Eddie Spaghetti give us $2 last week, Pat?
Yes, Edward Spaghetti did give us $2.
Did Eddie Spaghetti give us $2?
Graham Ryan from 4 across the pond, loving the Knock Loose shirt, Bri. Love you, dude. Graham Ryan's a cool guy.
Did he give us $2?
What? What are you yelling about?
Whatever. Go ahead.
He wants to know about the $2. I think about Larry. Patrick said yes. Patrick said yes.
Okay, shout out Eddie Spaghetti for $2 because I got a DM. I got a text.
You shouted him out already.
I don't give a shit about.
You just shouted him out.
He's talked about Eddie Spaghetti for fucking 5 minutes already.
Who's JB? Steve, like an hour ago, said same. Disappointed in JB. More love for KG. He said what we were all thinking. I don't know what that means.
Jack Black. He's disappointed in Jack Black, Patrick.
Of Circle 6 Mike.
Oh, KG from KG. I thought Kevin Gill. I thought he was talking about Kevin Gill.
Kyle Gass. He's talking about Kyle Gass.
That's the partner.
I thought he was talking about Kevin Gill. I got Kevin Gill on the brain. The guy's existed for hundreds of years.
That's an easy mistake. That's an easy mistake.
I wasn't expecting to make several hilarious Kevin Gill jokes, but I did. So now that's what this episode's about. Disappointed in Jack Black. More love for KG. He said what we were all thinking. Yeah, all the fucking psychos were thinking, dude. I mean, it would have been cool to live through an assassination. I mean, we lived through pandemic. We lived through 9/11. I'm like a terrible person, though, because like when I found out that he wasn't murdered, not because of his political affiliations, just because I love high drama.
You didn't care as much.
Yeah, I was like, oh, bummer. So I wonder if, like, when
9/11
happened, there was like a 40-year-old dude who was like, yes, this is awesome. This is
100%.
so crazy.
Yeah, there's
this is
definitely
so exciting.
100%.
You think so?
100%.
Fuck that dude. It's probably Rob. Rob Black. It's probably Rob Black himself. It's like, wow, this is crazy. This is great TV. All right, what else is going on? You want to get to Larry's favorite part of the show?
I've done my homework. The giveaway is already done.
This is great. This is so great because my favorite part of Larry's favorite part of the show is reading the comments. And my least favorite part is organizing and keeping track and giving away and that's what you're good at doing that, Brian.
You're doing enough as it is.
Right.
So I get to read the comments and you have already pre-qualified and done your
It's already
homework.
done. The winner is selected, and I know who it is.
I love this for us. I absolutely love this for us. Yeah, I kind of got away from doing the graphic design, like the super intense and detailed graphic design. We're just doing different colors every week, I think, for the thumbnails. Just going to do just different pleasing color combinations. Is that all right with you guys, or are you feeling okay about it?
Yeah, I like it.
I don't give a shit.
No shits. No shits given.
Oh, okay. So, Larry's favorite part of the show. Brian, do you want to walk us through the giveaways? Give us like a previously on.
Sure. So every week, we now do the meme of the week giveaway. I procure a one-of-one meme, and I print it out, and then you will comment on this YouTube video, not the live chat, but the YouTube video. Comment. And then I personally will jumble up all the names that comment and select one. And then the next week, Patrick will read the comments and we will show the winner. And that winner will get the giveaway, which was the Mount Rushmore of hate. The first ever Blvd Bullies 1-of-1.
I'm sorry, by the way, for everybody. I'm flicking my camera on and off because I guess I have some kind of a connection issue. That's right, Brian. You assassinated. Schlack is in the chat saying you assassinated his XPW career, but luckily you just grazed the ear of his wrestling career.
Look, I have your merchandise in my house.
Well, that was a gift. That was a gift from me. That was a gift from me.
Yeah, thank you.
You didn't buy it. I gifted it to you.
Oh, shut the fuck up. I have a bunch of Schlack shirts I bought. Get the fuck out of this town.
Of this town.
All right, so last week we had a very lengthy and intense discussion about the Mount Rushmore of action heroes. So have we all slept on it all week and come up with our final answer for action hero?
You didn't tell us you didn't tell us that we should have thought about it and we would be discussing it again.
I'm just wondering if you did think about it. Surprise!
No, I can't think about anything because I'm concussed, Patrick.
All right, fair enough. Larry, are you concussed?
Yep.
No, but I gotta have a better one.
Yeah, well, that's what I'm saying. Maybe a better one popped into your mind this week.
It did. Fuck, Mary Kill. Fuck, Mary Kill. Patrick of the Blvd Bullies. Patrick Clark, formerly known as the Velveteen Dream. Patrick Stewart.
Patrick Stewart, the man, the man, not like
Captain
right,
Picard.
Right, but he's not any of those characters. He's just Patrick Stewart.
I mean, but so
come on,
fuck, Mary Kill.
We know his name. We know his name is fucking Professor Xavier. We know his name is fucking John Luke Picard.
Right.
Don't fucking sleep. So fuck, Mary Kill. Patrick of the Blvd Bullies. Patrick Clark, formerly known as the Velveteen Dream. Patrick Stewart.
All right, I'm gonna go first. I'm gonna fuck Patrick Clark because he's the prettiest of the bunch.
You better.
I'm sorry, Patrick.
No.
I'm obviously marrying.
Who would be?
I'm marrying Patrick fucking. What was his name? The Patrick
the Blvd
Stewart?
Bullies.
No, Patrick.
You're married?
No, I'm marrying Patrick Stewart. It was
You'd
Patrick
rather
Stewart?
marry Patrick Stewart?
Yeah, you have no fucking money,
That's
bro.
money, dude.
Dude, if
Patrick
marriage,
Stewart is
when you get
wild
married,
money,
you marry people for their money, not because you're friends with them.
Wow.
And I have to kill you.
You
I have
don't
to
marry people for money.
Huh?
You don't marry people for money. You do it
Don't
for the
worry,
love.
that's just what Amanda
Okay,
told
everybody,
Hold on.
different floats, different folks.
Hold on.
Do it
In
for the
this
love.
situation,
That's
where
you,
it's like
Sean.
You gotta make a choice.
For the
In
love.
this situation, not in
I'm
real
sure you'll
life,
be divorced.
where you gotta make a.
Wow, okay.
Brian would
Fucking
do shit when he
asshole.
knows Patrick. He likes girls.
For the love.
But in this situation, a fuck, marry, kill. I'm putting a gun against your head, Brian. Who you fucking? Who you killing? Who you marrying?
I just did.
Me, I'm marrying.
He just did it. He's killing me. No, say it.
Going
Say the
back.
words.
I would kill you before those two people in an instant.
Slack has a question.
Great.
Slack
Good
has
to
a
know.
question.
Yeah, you
Who
always
would
marry.
be
You
the
always
Mount
marry for
Rushmore?
money.
Schlack
You
says,
want
who would be
mine?
the Mount
You want
Rushmore of
mine?
careers Brian has ruined of XPW?
Jesus Christ.
Look, the man's in the chat. He has questions.
Oh, I mean, Mount
What is
Rushmore of
it?
Brian's ruined XPW careers has got to be Body, Schlack, Jasmine St. Clair, and probably Larry.
Yeah, I also.
You guys are just like, I mean,
Larry.
you guys are like, I don't know if you're fucking with me, but to
Dude,
think that
are you
I
reading the
ruined
chat?
the Body's career, dude. Yeah, Sean. No, don't. Sean, you attacked me from. You paid fucking Kid Osborne
Brian,
to come
Brian.
attack me.
It is just funny, Brian.
Yeah,
I'm
just
sure.
funny.
I'm
Just
I'm
funny.
sure. I'm sure
Obviously,
it's funny.
you've ruined many more than 4
You
careers
think you
in
ruined the
XPW.
Body's career? Like, come on,
I
man.
don't. No, I don't. I don't think I've ruined anybody's career.
So,
So to have a Mount Rushmore is laughable.
Oh, my
Schlack knows
God.
what he's doing. Schlack knows what he's doing.
That's very, very fucking funny.
Larry has
The
been
Patrick Stewart question is over. That's not good.
Do you want mine?
Yeah, yes, please, Larry.
Yeah, we do, man.
Patrick's not even allowed to do himself. What are you going to commit suicide? You gonna marry, fuck himself?
That's what happened to
Well,
South
I
Park.
would like to be married to Patrick
listen,
Stewart for a few days
listen.
before I kill
Can
myself.
I do
yeah.
mine?
Yeah, please.
I'm marrying Patrick Clark.
I feel like this whole thing is
to
just
take
because you
care
wanted to
of
say
him
that.
forever. Yeah, I want to marry Patrick Clark. I'm killing Patrick Stewart.
Why do we want to kill him for?
Cause I don't know what that nigga.
He's old. He's had an illustrious career.
I don't know that nigga. I don't know you, motherfucker.
He's old as fuck,
And,
dude.
I'm
Yeah, he's
fucking
gonna die
Patrick
soon. You
the
take his
Blvd
money.
Bullies.
You
I'm
have no
fucking Patrick the
forethought. You have to have
Blvd Bullies 'cause
forethought,
that'll
Patrick.
never happen.
Thank you. So that means you have to fuck me, Larry, and I couldn't be more honored.
Because your lover really fucked me. The gajillion years.
Hey, Arnold, John Richter in the chat says Mount Rushmore of action heroes. The 4 horsemen of action, he says. Bronson, Stallone, Bruce, Arnold.
I seen
Who was
something
the
in the chat
second?
earlier.
Uh,
Bruce.
Bronson, Stallone, Bruce, Arnold.
Excuse me.
Who's
My
Bronson?
Charles Bronson, who played 007.
The original?
No. Charles Bronson was fucking, fucking.
I don't know
What's the
Charles
movie?
Bronson.
Charles Bronson was fucking, he was killing everybody, bro.
Axel Nose says, well, I mean, but there's other things that go into the action. I mean, if you were doing strictly body count, then it'd probably be like Charles Bronson, Keanu Reeves.
But who is Charles Bronson? What movie is Charles Bronson?
Dude,
from?
he's the fucking
Death
he was
Wish.
The killer.
Death Wish.
Dude,
The original
Wish,
Death
yeah,
Wish
all of
movies.
them.
So Death Wish was remade in 2007.
He's definitely not on the Mount Rushmore of action heroes.
I
you watched
couldn't
Death
agree
Wish
with
1
you
and
more,
2?
Brian. I couldn't agree with you more.
Yo, so I
I'm
saw
sorry.
another one that said
Hold on.
Steven
Hold
Seagal.
on.
Bruce
Hold on.
Lee. Bruce Lee definitely
hold on.
would be on the
Hold
Mount
on,
Rushmore,
hold on.
probably.
Roy.
Hold
Bruce
on,
Lee Roy.
Hold on.
Roy. Sorry.
Hold on.
Hold on.
We always
I'm
get
older than
fucking
all of
distracted.
you. Y'all all glance over the motherfuckers that made shit even a thing to go to the theaters and see. You don't
Show
know
enough.
Charles Bronson, bro.
No, I don't.
Enough.
You don't know the motherfuckers who paid the way for that shit to even be a fucking category at Blockbuster.
Show enough.
Yeah,
Westerns,
but also,
action,
Westerns, I
horror,
don't like. I like horror.
comedy.
but also,
Charles
no.
Bronson kicked in the door waving the 4-4.
Show enough.
He wasn't on your
Kicked in the
goddamn
door
Mount Rushmore,
waving the
Larry.
4-4.
Your Mount
Larry,
Rushmore?
you didn't put Charles Bronson on your Rushmore.
he
Show
considered it, though.
Y'all are so dismissive of him because you don't know the legacy of that motherfucker.
You know what I'm gonna say?
Right, he wouldn't be on my Mount Rushmore because I don't know Charles Bronson.
I'm gonna say Lopan.
Everybody has their own Mount Rushmores.
I'm gonna say Lopan. Then I'm gonna Lopan, nigga.
From Big Trouble in Little China.
Yeah, that's my hero. I'm gonna say Lopan.
That's a good.
Then after Lopan, I'm gonna say Dr. Jones. Dr. Jones.
Wow.
Yeah.
Who's Dr. Jones?
All right, I'm over this.
Indiana Jones.
Oh, Doctor. Okay,
Dr. Indiana Jones is a character, not an actor. Axel Knows 90
saying
says
Harrison Ford.
Harrison
saying
Ford.
Clear and Present Danger. He's saying Star Wars.
No, I mean you could probably make
he
a
said
good
low
case for
pan.
Harry Ford.
Harry's
That's what I said, Harry.
Bro.
I said Harry
Get off
Ford
my
last week.
plane.
Harry's a motherfucker. Get off my plane.
I didn't kill my wife.
Han Solo,
You
motherfucker.
killed my wife. Get off
I
my
don't
plane.
care. Yeah, bro.
And he was
Harrison
also in
Ford. How about Jeff Goldblum?
He's in good movies, but he wouldn't be on a Mount Rushmore.
That could be a discussion for the next week.
He's like a supporting.
It's like
Independence Day and
Mount
Jurassic Park.
Rushmore of
Jeff Goldblum.
Jeff Goldblum.
He fucking sucks, dude.
yeah.
Jeff Goldblum.
Axel Knows 90 says, after this weekend, I'm convinced the wrestler was supposed to be Drake Younger's Back to the Future.
Wow.
Long live 440.
That's
Covering
funny.
a lot of ground in that one. Wesley Easter says, did y'all ever end up watching El Schlacko versus J.J. Allen 2? Sean, you're
Yes.
nodding yes. Tell me about it.
It was phenomenal.
Was that at the back? Was that GCW backyard?
I think it was. That's where Schlack came in.
Was a car involved?
Schlack came in with the fucking things like this. He was
No, it was at their fucking it was at the J.J. Allen show.
Oh, the POR.
Nah.
It was POR.
It was a
See,
POR
Sean,
GCW
see,
show.
Sean puts up a front
Shut
of
the
like
fuck
things
up.
being
So
his
what-
shit.
what- name
Sean
a
puts
spot.
up a front
Name a spot.
of things
Name
being
a
his
spot
shit.
on the show. Name a spot on the show.
I'm not gonna
Who
name
tried
it.
to run their foot through the fucking window and it didn't go
The-
through?
the
and then they had
match
to do it again.
was at POR,
Shut the
Sean.
fuck up, because I know what the fuck I'm talking
Oh,
about.
jeez.
All right, calm your shit the fuck down.
Hey, shot by
I'm
Vinny
calm.
Dudes says,
Shit,
I'm
wait,
calm. You're not calm. You're sweating now.
I'm not sweating.
I see it
My
dripping on
AC
your
is cooler
forehead,
than
brother.
yours, baby.
I see sweat, brother.
Guys,
no
guys,
sweat here, baby.
guys, please. Well, I mean, he is wearing a shirt made out of a blanket.
Right.
It looks good, though. Vinny Dude says,
Drink
wait,
into
there's not a
that, too.
retarded section? That seems exclusive to me. So I guess
Okay,
he's
right. There's a funny story about that because actually everybody on this show, besides me,
That's right.
is allowed to say it. But if I say it,
Mhm.
it's a big, big, big problem.
Yeah, it is. It's
I
a
know.
huge.
So and there actually is.
Say
There
it.
is a section. There is a section. But I, in respect, don't show it because I just get ridiculed.
All right,
because-
show it real quick.
That's it. No, I
Show
don't
it
have
real
it. I don't
quick.
have it. I don't have it. I don't have it. I don't have it out of respect for you. It's not here.
Yeah, I mean, and I think a lot of the stuff that's been happening, I'm very thankful, especially the stuff with Brian and like the wrestling community. I'm very thankful for because I think a lot of people watch this show and think that I'm you, Brian.
You are me.
Like they
You have
think
my
that, like
ID.
when they see you, they think that everything that me and you both said was said by you.
It was.
Well, most of it, yeah.
See, Pat,
Yes, Larry.
what you're saying right now is the exact same point that I was trying to make of the impact that, like, Brian has eclipsed all of our personalities.
Okay, I'm going to tell you right now that the only reason that anybody even gives a fuck about what I say is because Rob Black took a liking to me and just talks about me on his show. So now everybody blames me for all of XPW's problems because Rob Black likes the Jew.
How is this
What does it have to do
possible?
with Rob Black?
My body
That's what
has
that-
been removed,
It all comes back to that.
but the microphone is. How did it?
Wow,
how is
you're
the
like-
video
You're
showing
like,
the microphone?
You're like Invisible Man.
Huh.
You're a vampire.
Your microphone's gone now.
Brian,
Wow. What the fuck
could
happened?
it also have to do with the fact that you were the admin of Deathmatch Elite.
Dude, I'm a yeah, okay, let's talk about that. I'm an admin in Deathmatch Elite, and I've banned 2 different
Well, wait
people.
a second. We're saving that for Deathmatch Drama. We're still doing the comments now, everybody.
I don't care. I just
thought
don't
this
care.
was the drama.
Everybody simmer down. No, we're just building up to it. Horror, pain, gore, death. Zeus would be a great name for Larry's cat. R.I.P. Tiny Lister, star of the real No Holds Barred.
That is yo, Mike Giuliano, you are absolutely right. Zeus. I may name the boy Zeus. I may just name the boy Zeus because he is quite the bully. He is quite the I come in the house and he runs up like, who the fuck is that? You know, like, this is my house.
He is the battle of the
tough guy.
It might be time for a new
name.
My 2-year-old Zeus.
The sister Hera.
Horror, pain, gore, death says, it goes on to say, the 2300 arena was still pretty damn hot on Saturday, especially with Larry bringing that fire. BCW definitely booked a solid show and will be back for the next one in October with Schlack versus Drake. Both won their matches in the Street Fight tournament, so they will face each other. And also, Masata will be there. I don't know what BCW is. No Rob Feinstein, only Schlack. Thank you, Horror, Pain, Gore, Death. I mean, who do you think the $1 billion backer of Circle 6 is? Anyway, here you go, Larry. Axel Nose says Charles Bronson is the GOAT of action just for the Death Wish movies alone. They are so much fun. Close second would be Walker, Texas Ranger himself. Any of you guys ever watch it? My grandparents used to watch, what was the fucking doctor mystery show with Dick Van Dyke?
Not Matlock, right?
You know, Dick Van Dyke, gray-haired Dick Van Dyke and his son, solved, crimes together. And he was, a doctor. So there was that show. And then after that was Walker, Texas Ranger. My fucking grandparents used to, lock in on Saturday nights and watch Dick Van Dyke's fucking medical murder, she wrote, crime fucking show. And then Walker, Texas Ranger would pop off at 10 o'clock.
With my grandpa,
I mean, there have been
we
episodes.
I
watched
remember the
bro.
Midnight Show, but I can't remember the name of it. Bro, I never watched that shit.
You know what I'm talking about. What were you going to say, Brian?
with my grandpa, we'd watch the
Mary
Kevin
Poppins.
Sorbo the Legend of Hercules.
Kevin Sorbo, Hercules.
Kevin Sorbo, yeah.
What the fuck is the Dick Van Dyke medical crime show with his son? But that was wildly popular with the olds.
Diagnosis Murder, they say in the chat.
Diagnosis Murder, she wrote. Amazing, yeah. So, yes, I'm very familiar with Chuck Norris, Walker, Texas Ranger. Larry, can I see what the back of your jersey says right now? Ah! He turned the camera. I'm sorry. I hate to put you on the spot, but it just seems very... Wow, he did it again, Walker! It said Walker, Texas Ranger. You saw it right there. You saw it. It said Walker for a moment. That's very funny that it's twisting about as you twist.
Because the fucking deal is not that long.
Wesley Easter says, my dad let me watch the Death Wish movies when I was 10 years old.
They are very violent movies.
Well, it's they're 70s, 80s movies, so there's no CGI. There's blood capsules. They rig the bodies to explode with bullets like RoboCop.
Pat, what year did Freddy Got Fingered come out?
Oh, I don't know, 0 to 05,
01?
somewhere.
I think it came out, and my dad took me to see that in the movie theater, and he made me leave the movie theater.
So wait, you went there, and how old were you?
I must have been 11 or 10.
So your dad was like, "Oh, you love Tom Green?
Dude, we went with my friend who told my father that his mother brought him to see it already, and it was good, and he lied."
And your dad was like, "I cannot let these small children watch this."
It was when he was swinging the baby around with the umbilical cord.
That's the best scene. That's the best scene. Don't touch my shoulder, all right? I'm a hero. I'm a hero. Don't touch my shoulder. I'm a hero, Betty. I'm a hero.
No,
because the baby was dying.
Right, he saved it.
And he saved it by swinging it around over his head.
I'm gonna save the baby.
I'm saving the baby. And as the Navajo women were playing the drums.
There's a whole thing.
I mean, he is a hero, if you ask me. An action hero who I'm now putting on my Mount Rushmore. Tom Green, action hero. You ever see Charles Bronson squirt milk from a cow's udder into his mouth? I don't think so.
He got inside of a dead deer.
Well, that was in the movies. You got to get inside the animals.
You got to get inside of them.
You got to get inside the animals. So fucking stupid.
Yeah. It's the best shit ever.
The best scene of that movie is where his parents are like sending him away to go be an animator in LA, and they're all on the curb waving goodbye to him. And his dad got him a car that says #1 son on the license plate. He goes, "That's me. I'm the #1 son."
Oh my God.
And then he's like, "Dad's and Rip Torn, by the way, Larry." He goes like, "Make me proud, son. Make me proud." He's like, "I'm gonna make you proud, Dad." He's like, "Proud. I'm gonna make you so proud. I'm gonna make you so proud." Then he pulls out, and there's a guy walking. He's like, "Get the fuck out of the way!" And he starts honking at him. Sorry, you had to be there. Great movie.
Funny story. The same kid that lied to my father about seeing Freddy Got Fingered
is James.
No, it was a kid named Kurt David, and his father brought us to see
Larry David.
He brought us to see basketball in the movie theater, and he didn't make us leave.
He didn't care.
No, he didn't care.
He was a bad dad. He was a bad father.
Basketball, legendary movie. Though.
Sean, do you have a memory of watching something like that you were too young to have watched, and like you were doing like a bad thing?
Dude, I fucking ran away from home the weekend that 8 Mile came out. I had no business being in that theater. I was probably the same age, probably like 11, almost 12 years old. And I didn't go home for the entire weekend because I ran away Friday night. I went back Sunday night and I got my ass
just hanging out trying
whooped.
to freestyle rap.
Yeah, that
was
movie
fucking great, bro.
Inspired
you. Fucking great. So good.
Oh, it felt awesome.
What about you, Larry? Larry?
Oh, he's blinking.
Is he blinking? Alive. Is he breathing?
Yeah.
I'm sorry, what? You're pitching to me?
All right.
You're pitching to Larry? You're pitching to Larry after that whole time that you went in on Freddy Got Fingered when I was trying to say something. Now you're pitching to me?
Oh, you were trying to say something about Freddy Got Fingered? FGF?
Of course I was, Sagittarius, brother! But you went in! You went in! And then pitched to Sean, and then pitched to me!
Yeah, that's usually how it goes, clockwise.
Like, I'm not the motherfucker!
What?
Bro, don't try to fucking play me, bro! Don't cry! Next thing, now you go.
We're still trying to give away the giveaway.
Continue, yeah, whatever. Whatever the fuck.
Is that dead Chris Farley on Brian's shirt? Dead ass UV for you. And then Bren, of course, coming in with the saltiest of comments saying, we got 1 hour and 45 minutes of vampire talk, etc., 10 minutes of drunk stories, and 5 minutes of unhinged bullies and Pat, Brian, and Larry going crazy with the content. Everyone is loved. And that is the most popular comment. 3 thumbs up. None of those thumbs are for me. Brian, put the names into the randomizer and decide who the winner is.
It's already done. And I'm going to play you this little video.
Now, Brian, how do I know that that's not video shopped? Richter! John Richter. And by the way, fans, just a reminder that the giveaways are as special as they've ever been. They're as rare as ever. They're one of one. Laser printed, color printed, I believe.
Well,
memes
would you like to see
of Brian's own hand, made by Brian's own hands. So show us what John Richter won this week.
John Richter won the Mount Rushmore of hate. So now, if you would like to win this week's meme of the week, you have to comment on this week's video. And if you are selected, you will win our president with Vice President Kamala. And also, XPW is not dead. They will continue to fight.
Brian Vitko in the chat saying, Charles Bronson was the man. I watched Death Wish just last night. Diagnosis Murder had Charles in charge on it. Scott Bakula. Richter has left the building, but he'll know. Oh, he's here, and he knows.
He's there.
Larry, do you have any memories or thoughts about Charles in Charge, Diagnosis Murder, or Freddie Got Fingered?
No, Charles in Charge. I know the theme song. Sean, do you?
What's that?
I don't. I do not. If you started off, maybe I could carry along with you if I remember it.
New boy in the neighborhood. He lives downstairs and it's understood. He's there just to take good care of me. Like he's one of the family. Charles in charge of our days and our nights.
Charles in charge of our wrongs and our rights.
And I
want
Charles
in charge of me.
Wow.
You don't remember that?
That was the first time I've ever heard that.
Wow.
Yeah.
Wow.
Charles in charge of our days and our nights. Ba-ba.
Yeah, that was the part that slapped.
Yeah, that was the hook. Yeah.
Charles in charge.
Charles in charge. And while they showed stock footage of other episodes.
I'm impressed that you
that
knew
was
the
part that
opening
slapped.
salvo, you know.
Correct me if I'm wrong. That's
Bro,
the show
I
with Tom
fucking
Hanks,
love
Max,
TV theme songs.
Michael J.
I love
Fox.
them.
Michael J. Fox goes flying and the theme song goes playing. Is that the same show?
No, that's fucking. What the fuck is
Family
the,
Ties.
Family Ties? No. Growing? No.
Growing
Starting with a G?
Growing Pains?
Growing Pains.
Is it Growing Pains? With the one
Growing
guy
Pains
and the
at
other
the
guy
end.
and,
It's not
and Michael J. Fox?
It's Alan Seaver.
There you go.
It's Robin Thicke's. It's Robin Thicke's.
Right.
Wait,
Yes.
Alan Thicke? Yes, Alan Thicke falls. Oh, yeah.
You'll love to see it. Hey, congratulations, John Richter. If you want specialized political memes printed out on the Blvd Bullies inkjet fucking printer. Look at how much ink. Look at how much
Vice
ink.
President Kamala is legendary, dude.
There he is. Joe Biden and Vice President Kamala.
You know the day that he announced Kamala as his running mate, James Harris died.
No way.
I swear to God. The day he announced Kamala as his running mate.
Okay, stop. I'm sorry. Growing Pains did not have Michael J. Fox. Family Ties had Michael J. Fox.
But falling from the roof at the end of the theme was Growing Pains, not Michael J. Fox. It was Alan Thicke.
He fell off the roof.
Yes.
Okay. What about Home Improvement?
That didn't have any words. Show me that smile. Ooh, and show me that smile. Don't waste another
Yeah, that's all I remember.
crying. That's good.
Tim Allen is one of my favorite people ever.
Yeah,
Larry,
if-
Santa Claus, dude.
Larry, let's see if you know I don't know them, but I want to know if you can sing "Living Single," the show with Queen
There's not really
Latifah.
words. Rap, bro. I don't know
Yeah,
rap.
bro, that's like they took it to a whole next level when they threw hip hop into an opening intro for a TV show.
But
year
in
was
Living
it?
Color,
What year was it?
Living Color paved the way.
They did, but it kind of wasn't really like hip hop. This was like hip hop because it was Queen Latifah doing it. There you
I
go,
have to pee.
Sean.
Brian.
You know, I'm just gonna throw this out there. I'm very
What?
excited for my guru Nanda.
Are you?
Yeah.
Well, you see, there is a truce. Bren, you can go eat a dick. There is a truce between you and I. These fans in the chat, they're very, very annoying. So I just want to let them know how I feel. But anyway, even though there is a truce, I do want you to take care of yourself. So I did recommend the Great Guru Nanda merchandise. And
Did you have to say that I should eat a dick?
No, I didn't say you. I said Bren can eat a dick.
Oh, we have very similar, like very close names. All you have to do is add an I and an A
Oh,
to his name, and then it's similar.
My apologies. I didn't tell you to go eat a dick. I told Bren to go eat a dick.
Well, you shouldn't tell our fans the Bulls of the Wood either. You shouldn't say that to our fans because they're loyal people and they come here every week for this, you know.
What?
Yeah.
Thank God you're back.
We're back. I just had to pee, real bad.
That was quick pee.
That means he doesn't have a blocked prostate.
Fucking drinking.
He has good flow. That's what that means.
Everybody has we all have prostate.
Well, the older you get, the more the prostate gets blocked, and then sometimes it takes longer for you to pee.
But he was quick. He was like a
I
young
leave
strapping
for a
lad.
minute.
No blockage.
Your head up. That's right. Whenever there's time to fight, you better.
I leave for a minute, and I come back to prostate discussion.
Hey, check it out. Check it out. Sing.
Larry said he went to pee. What else would we talk about?
Ooh, you know we got well. I'm glad I got myself. Keep your head up.
Yo,
keep your head up. That's right.
You brought that up to remind me that I got my girls and is in the Blvd Bullies. You wanted me to be like, look to your left and your right, Larry. We're your girls. That's the reason you brought that up.
Bro, that song is like synonymous with like New York culture. Like whenever I saw that show, the opening particularly, I saw my crib. Like, you remember the girls dancing by the water?
Of course, the fly girls.
Bro, I was like 5 years old and I'm watching the show and I'm like, yo, my crib's across the street. So that song, whenever I hear it, it reminds me, you know what I'm saying? Bret Hart, Razor Ramon, Diesel, good times. You know what I'm saying? Good times, baby, good times.
Okay, I really like this portion of the show where we talk about alternative non-wrestling Mount Rushmore.
Whoa, Brian.
What's happening?
Brian, the vulgar words on live air.
I want a chicken sandwich.
Did you hear me?
I want to eat chicken burgers.
I'm sorry.
What did you say, Brian?
Nothing.
You used profanity, Pat. Very bad profanity.
I thought I was muted. I was talking on the phone.
So, I mean, I'm just going to choose to ignore that because I don't want to get upset. If you have a new Mount Rushmore for us to talk about, I would love to keep this discussion going. I like talking about things that aren't wrestling with you guys. That's why we're friends, really. So, you know, no reason to keep talking about how Brian ruined Schlack's XPW career. We could just talk about other stuff. So, how about this? We were talking about funny action hero sidekicks. Let's do that for next week. Let's do the Mount Rushmore of action hero sidekicks. First one that comes to mind, Tom, who's the guy who was married to Roseanne?
Tom Arnold.
Tom Arnold in True Lies was a great
Wow, yeah, that was great. Hey, Dana, come here, look at this.
He was really good. So we're just going to tease it. We're just going to tease it. First one that pops into your mind, Larry.
Would Miyagi be a sidekick? Would Miyagi-san be a sidekick of Daniel LaRusso? Miyagi?
No, if anything, fucking...
LaRusso's the sidekick.
Little scrawny Italian guy's the sidekick.
Adventure. Miyagi's adventure, though.
All right, no, go for a different one. That's too close to call Miyagi and Karate Kid. Gotta go obvious, hilarious sidekick. I got another good one already. Brian, Sean, do you guys have one while Larry thinks when he ponders?
Well, I would say like Morty. Morty is Rick's sidekick.
Oh, Morty's a good one. Yeah, Morty's a good one. And that doesn't count. I'd like more action, and those guys they're kind of like co-stars.
You mean you want action co-stars?
What about like Chris Tucker? Or are they co-stars?
Chris Tucker's good. That's fucking phenomenal, dude.
He's a main character though.
Joe Pesci, Lethal Weapon.
I feel like I feel like Jackie Chan is the main star of that movie because he really didn't have any like lead roles. Chris Tucker until after that.
All right, how about this? Mount Rushmore of non-horror villains. Let's do that. Let's not go so niche with the
Hannibal Lecter is number one.
John.
That's a horror. He said non-horror.
John Richter says he wants a Mount Rushmore.
I'm still trying to think of the sidekicks.
Schlack says Short Round.
That's who I was thinking of, but he's only one movie. He's only.
But that's okay. That's okay. One movie. It's one single moment in time.
Chewbacca.
Chewbacca.
What a Wookiee.
All right, so we're doing both. Hilarious. You're right. Maybe Chris Tucker gets disqualified because they're really co-stars. They're both on the poster, you know?
Yo, how about Wang from Big Trouble in Little China? Because at one point he put in more work than Jack Burton.
No, that Wang is definitely top tier side.
Wang puts in work, and Jack Burton's there like trying to figure out his gun. He's flipping it in the air. Wang is
I don't want to
super
agree with
kicking
Sean,
and
but
pressing, cooking, and Wang is top tier.
Schlack also says the Chinese kid from Temple of Doom.
There you go.
That's fucking Short Round.
He was Filipino.
He's the kid from Goonies. Whatever you call it.
So Donatello.
Oh, see, I didn't realize that that his name was Short Round. My bad.
So what about like Sean Astin of like
Yo, you want to know what some crazy shit?
Samwise Gamgee to Frodo Baggins? He's a sidekick.
I saw Sean Astin yesterday.
He's not a main character.
Yeah, but he's not on the level of the Asian kid from Temple of Doom or fucking Tom Arnold in True Lies, dude.
Lord of the Rings is legendary shit.
You would be a.
That's a fantasy movie.
It's not action movie. Are you kidding me? Movie. The wars that take place in that movie.
What? We'll talk about
action.
We'll talk about Lord of the Rings another time. But I'm just saying.
Star Wars. You got to talk about Lord of the Rings.
Fucking Two Towers don't hit as hard. It doesn't hold up. It doesn't hold up, Brian.
Dude, are you kidding me?
The hour and a half fight does not hold up.
Action.
Action.
All
right,
Danny Glover.
Real quick. And
how about Danny Glover? To Mel Gibson.
Mel Gibby. I said Mel Gibby.
Okay,
we're talking about sidekicks.
So we'll just do this real quick. Just think of one, and the homework assignment for next week will be to think of your Mount Rushmore. Round table
of action hero sidekicks.
No, that's done. That was a bonus. Thing. The actual homework assignment for next week is non-horror villains.
So like action movie, like
it
bad
guys.
Action
movie. It could be anything that's not horror.
We can do that now, right? Or we want to get on to deathmatch drama.
Well, I want to get on to deathmatch drama. I think it would take. It's easy to think of one, but it's kind of difficult to think of four. So just give me like one for now. I mean,
John Doe from 7.
Who?
John Doe from 7.
John Doe from 7. Okay. Borderline horror, but really a thriller movie. Like a thriller suspense.
It was just, wow.
John Doe from 7 is good. I'm going to go Joaquin Phoenix and Gladiator. That's kind of on my mind because the new Gladiator trailer just dropped. So Joaquin Phoenix and Gladiator was pretty dope. Brian, Sean?
I'm gonna say Jet Li and Lethal Weapon 4.
All right, you got Lethal Weapon on the brain. That's cool. Because I said Joe Pesci.
Mel Gibby.
Bennett from Commando, says Graham.
I'm gonna say Christopher Walken and Wayne's World 2.
That's a good one. And and now you've got me. Now you've opened my mind.
Evil, bro.
Now you've opened my mind, and I feel like next week when we talk about this for real.
That's an awesome choice, Sean.
Man, Christopher Walken has been a villain in like funny ass movies.
He was evil, bro.
Have you guys ever seen? I don't know. Should we talk about? Have you ever seen the movie Envy?
Oh, of course, with Jack Black, and Ben Stiller. And
is Christopher Walken? Is he's the guy at the end that gets
he
shot
makes like poo be gone. It's like a spray that just makes poo
vaporize.
Vaporize,
right?
Right.
At the end, Christopher Walken's the homeless man that tries to help him kill the horse.
I don't understand.
And I think he
Dude,
does,
envy.
in fact, kill the
You
horse
want
later.
me to kill the horse?
Dude,
See,
they
now,
throw it in the
Larry,
river. They throw it in
Larry
the
and
river.
Sean, you guys opened my mind. I think that just a teaser for next week, Dr. Evil is definitely going to be on my Mount Rushmore.
Another one. Another one.
You know, and Dr. Evil did it 3
Preparation
times, dude.
Another one.
3 times. All right, so it's a lot to think about.
Are like Disney movies are like
Oh,
you
you
can put
can go
like
Disney,
Jafar.
you
can
can
put
do
like
Jafar. Jafar might be a Mount Rushmore.
Scar.
Right,
No,
right.
Lex Luthor.
It's a lot. It's a lot to think about.
There's a lot to think about, dude.
And I highly
Joe
recommend it all.
Baszler.
Will Ferrell and Zoo. Oh, Mugatu is one of the greatest
Mugatu.
of all time, dude. Mugatu? Oh, come on. How am I supposed to teach kids how to read if they can't even fit in the building?
What is this
that's
for
better.
ants?
Center for ants?
Is this a center for ants?
Yo, let's go, dude. Let's go.
Yo, you know the
Circle
another,
Six, so hot right
horrible
now.
villain. My last one is the coach, Gordon Bombay's coach. When he
Oh,
was a kid.
the evil.
From Mighty
evil-
Ducks. You could have been good, but you could have been the best. Like how crushing is that
Yo,
for a kid?
so good.
You could have been good.
Of course.
Show the cop.
Of course,
but you
the
could have
coach
been
of the other
best.
team.
Fucking guy.
Deathmatch drama time.
Mm.
We're gonna close the show with deathmatch drama. Brian,
What time
you
is
have
it?
been very busy.
46.
You have spent your honeymoon in the deathmatch elite vortex, getting stalked, getting harassed, getting yelled at and yelled around, and the
You're like
most
Doctor
recent.
Strange.
Well, you take it away. You take it away. Walk me through the drama.
Mm-hmm.
Well, it's been last week was the first time I've ever banned somebody from Deathmatch Elite. And this week I've banned my second person with a vote, of course. I don't just ban people on my own accord. I talk to the rest of the people and we decide that it's what makes sense. So we've banned our second account within 2 weeks. This account, the first account, created lies and threatened violence. This account is an impersonator who created a fake profile of a person that is active inside of Deathmatch Elite and is posting wild shit that is not the person of that profile.
Tell us
So
the people. Tell us the people involved.
It is a one Jimmy Controversy who has an impersonator.
Oh, that's right.
Unknown.
Jimmy Controversy went on Facebook and said that he banged Tessa Blanchard.
Well, right, that was fake profile.
Are we sure?
Well, I mean, Jimmy denies that it's. I mean, he has a different profile, and this profile is just posting different scenarios of things. He posted that of which you're talking about. He posted other ones that are just. It's just not. It's not cute or funny. Some people might think it's funny, but it's not. Like, you should just, if you want to talk shit to somebody, you shouldn't impersonate them.
So
and
you
create a
banned
fake
the
profile.
fake profile, but you don't know who was behind it.
Right, and we made a public service announcement saying that if it ever is figured out who created the fake profile, they will also be banned, and all future profiles will be banned.
Have you contacted Mark Zuckerberg personally?
No.
Okay, that might be your first step. I was just thinking. I saw the photo posted from the fake profile.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, kitty, Larry, how are your kitties?
I have to keep them away from the 2-year-old female because she's in heat. My 2-year-old female is like in heat every 3 weeks, so I've got to keep the kitties away from her or she'll molest them. It sucks, dude. Like, it sucks. But they're good. Everybody's alive. I don't know what I'm gonna name them. Maybe Zeus and would you say Helena?
Hera.
I just think it's so funny. Like, everybody's laying XPW to rest, and I just feel like a major part of that is if you are an international talent like Tessa Blanchard, who gets booked to be on XPW, and you show up, or you're waiting at the airport, and the person driving the car to drive you to the show is Jimmy Controversy. I think that's a bad look. It might be a bad look.
He's a helpful kid.
Well, could we have a regular fucking human being pick somebody up?
He's a fucking human being. He's a fucking wrestler.
Yeah, in fucking scientific facts only, he's a human being.
That's rude. He's very nice. He's a very nice person. He's a very nice.
He's not a nice person. He's a terrible person, actually.
He's been a terrible person to you?
He's just, you can just tell that he's like, he's got like ignorance circulating through his fucking bloodstream, dude.
That's every fucking wrestler and person that's doing anything ever.
Not the ones whose careers you've ruined.
Have you ruined Mitten's
But like, could you
career?
imagine? Could you imagine? Like, yo, XPW, they've existed for like 25 years. Like, this is dope. Like, I want to see what the deal is. Like, the communication has been good with the booking. The payday's good. Yo, let me hop on this fight. Let me do this fucking shit. And the person who picks you up is Jimmy Controversy. I'm like, oh man, this.
I'm still confused to why Jimmy Controversy is such a bad guy.
It's not.
Why do you hate him?
Like, it's just odd and off-putting.
He's a kid that works in the. He works hard. He's a hard-working dude. He does what he wants. What do you want him to do? He sweeps the fucking ring. What?
I feel like what I would do is I would use I would put Jimmy Controversy on tasks that don't involve dealing with talent or the public.
But
and
the
then
problem,
I would use
even
that saved money to send like a car for the person.
But the problem, no one is complaining about Jimmy Controversy picking up Tessa Blanchard. We're complaining about the person impersonating.
That's very strange to me too.
Why? Because she didn't complain? Because he wasn't weird? He didn't do anything rude to her to make her complain that Jimmy Controversy picked her up? She wasn't tight. So why are you tight?
You know what's crazy to me about that photo is that she didn't sit in the back seat like it was an Uber. Why? She sat in the front? Well,
maybe she liked
nice
talking
person.
to Jimmy Controversy.
Yo, can you imagine? He's like, yeah, I'm working on a few things. I got a lot of angles. I got a lot of storylines in my head. I'm thinking, hey, check this out. I designed a few logos. You want to look at? Oh, check it. Yeah. You want to stop at Wawa? I got to get some.
The only person that made it weird was the impersonator that made the fucking weird post with the picture saying weird shit.
Well, I'm just saying that the weird person who made the weird post, I'm not thinking weird things, but it triggered a whole new storyline based in the reality of him actually driving a car that started to concern me.
How do you know that Tessa Blanchard didn't pick up Jimmy Controversy? How do you know she's not driving?
Hey, we got a car waiting for you at the airport. Could you just swing by and pick up Jimmy Controversy? Sure, no problem. No problem. Oh, Jimmy Controversy.
Looks like he might be sitting in the passenger seat. He looks like he might be in the passenger seat in that picture.
The only passenger seat he belongs in is the one on a short bus. Larry, care to weigh in? Wake up, Larry!
Dude, when was that picture? When was that picture taken?
I think Jimmy Controversy had just been born. It was right outside the hospital. He was just born.
He's a skinhead in that picture, and I'm like, yo, when's this from?
Well, the last time Tessa worked XPW was I don't remember if she worked.
Yeah, the first time he picked her up was her last show, dude.
Drive-In Massacre. I think Drive-In Massacre in November.
The first time he was like, and she got the car. She got the car, and he was like, Mexico, huh?
Maybe it was. I mean, it could have been before that, but that's the last time I remember Tessa working at.
So what
XPW.
I'm saying is, it's an old picture.
Yeah, it's an old picture that an impersonator procured and wrote a fucking post, and we banned him.
Yeah. So where you coming from? Mexico? Yikes! Hey, mind if I get a selfie? You got gas money?
Sometimes Brett requires a photo of Jimmy Controversy with the talent.
Oh, to like prove that he didn't leave them? Like, send me a picture that confirms that you've picked them up.
Yep.
One time, Brett had us pick up from the heavens Jack Evans from Newark Airport. And I've also driven Masato Tanaka as well. And I would like to believe,
bro,
like,
use
listen,
your
I'm not
hole.
even saying that I'm normal. Like, if I owned a wrestling promotion, I wouldn't even send me to pick them up. Let alone Jimmy fucking Controversy.
Gotta do what you gotta do.
Hey, rest in peace.
I'm so curious, Brian. Brian, I'm so curious to know when that picture is from. Like, what show was that?
We gotta get Jimmy
That Jimmy
Controversy
was-
on this show.
Huh?
We gotta get Jimmy on the show.
We're going to have Jimmy on the show because Dalton Charles, right? Is this guy's name?
Yeah, he hates me. He hates me because we talk shit to each other now.
Is Sean, confirm, deny, is Dalton Charles Dilf Boy? Man?
That is the DILF.
That's the
That
DILF.
is-
He's a man of God. He's a man of God.
He's a man of God.
Mhm.
Well, who isn't? But so I guess Dalton Charles, like the thing was posted, like the fake profile thing was posted like 2 minutes ago, and then like the first comment and share was from Dalton Charles, like, "What the fuck, Jimmy?" So that immediately puts the spotlight on Dalton Charles, Dilf Boy, as being the #1 suspect.
Dude, these people are not bright.
Right, that's what I'm saying.
Not the
That's
brightest
why
crayons
you
in the
would,
box here.
If you think about it, the perpetrator would be the first to the scene of the crime. They would post the thing and then immediately repost and comment on it and be like, "What the fuck?" So like they're not slick, is what you're
Dude,
saying.
I've watched these
Like
guys,
Jussie Smollett.
this guy Dilf do like live Facebook shit with this other guy John Marzano, and they're all like affiliated with Chad Mins. And they're all weird as fuck, dude. This guy John Marzano
Minsians.
talks about hating Jews, and then he's belittled by this Dilf boy, who's still friends with him. It's all very strange
So I
shit,
guess-
and
so
they're not good people.
let me try
and
to-
I feel bad for Jimmy Controversy.
Let me try to piece this together. So Dalton Charles obviously and ignorantly made himself the #1 suspect for who made this fake profile. And I guess like an argument
Yes.
or like comments ensued in which Dalton Dilf Boy Charlie got insulted and then called out Jimmy Controversy and said, "You know what, Jimmy, you're full of shit. I want to have a live like argument,
A debate.
a debate." So basically, I am going to completely do a 180 and just say that I respect both of these men, and I would love nothing more than for us to provide a platform for them to do this debate. Do you think it's a work? Are they working up to like some kind of no-ring match together? Sponsored by Circle 6? One big payday?
I read that. I read that they're. I read that, Pat. I read that in all the comments, and it was like.
So that's a work,
this is
and like
clearly like them leading up to something.
they were inspired by us, so they think that any old retard can do it. any old person can do an angle. So the person who made the fake account, you ready for this? It's all coming together to me right now, Brian. The person who made the fake account of Jimmy Controversy was Jimmy Controversy. And he's working with Dilf Boy to do a whole thing. So Jimmy Controversy, how did he had the photos in his camera roll. He creates a fake thing. He says the things that are on his crazy mind. And then Dalton Charlie fucking responds, and they're doing a work, and it's going to be a big blow off at Circle 6.
Bro, if that's true, it would blow my mind, and I was worked, brother. I feel bad.
You're
for
the
Controversy.
admin. You're
I'm
the admin.
I banned the fake profile.
I need these two guys on the show yelling at each other immediately. I need this on the show. That's what I need. I know we said guests, no guests. It's been a lifelong discussion, but I want two guests. I want Dalton Castle Charles and fucking Jimmy Lloyd Controversy on this fucking program.
Why does
Make it
Dalton
happen!
Castle sound so familiar?
What?
Who's Dalton Castle? Why does that sound so familiar?
He's
The former Ring of
he's
Honor
like the
World
guy-
Champion.
yeah.
Dalton Castle,
Do you remember? Does anyone remember Kevin Castle?
Dude, I went to a show on Sunday, and the door guy was John the Doorman from Castle Heights. John the Doorman from Castle Heights, still alive.
That's crazy.
Still alive. And by the way, it
Shout
was
out
very
Castle
nice
Heights.
to be back at Lucky 13. Shout out Jeremy. Jeremy, the old red bearded bartender there, was his last shift
Red bearded
at
brother.
Lucky 13. And I don't know. It's like I obviously was introduced to Lucky 13 by somebody else, who would always hug Jeremy and tell him how much he loved him. I love you so much. You're my brother. And it's just really funny because who decided to make sure he was there for Jeremy's last shift? Moi. And it's just interesting that the hugger, the lover, had something else to do, couldn't be bothered, whatever. It's just interesting. Hey, Sean, how are you doing? Tell us about this shirt. I want to know this backstory of this shirt right now.
What about it? What do you want to know?
Where'd you get it? Is it a family heirloom? Did you buy it? I mean, that is
It looks like my
phenomenal-
grandmother's shirt. It looks like my grandmother's shirt.
This, I like to call my gabán. This was made in Puerto Rico. It was brought over specifically for me. It is very much like a family heirloom. It is a shirt of excellence. It's a shirt of prestige. It's a shirt of,
So why'd you never wear it before?
the future. Because
Why'd you never
Brian,
wear-
after I blasted you over the head with the tubes, and then I had Kit
You didn't
return the
blast
favor
shit.
for
You didn't blast shit, brother.
I said to myself, I will never,
Here, I
ever,
love you.
ever dress
Love
like
you.
those people in the chat. I'd never walk the streets like you, Brian, because I'm always going to walk with a pair of eyes in the front, a pair in the back. So I walk and talk and dress as a champion should.
As a champion. Urka in the chat says probably the smartest thing that's been said in the last 2 hours of this program, which is the people that are not in tank tops are the 1% AC elite. Which I'm looking at you, Brian, and I'm looking at you, Sean. I saw those central air rigs on the side of your house last year for the barbecue.
We have cold homes.
This guy's wearing a blanket shirt.
Hey.
And I'm mad at you about it. Schlack TV in the chat. Everybody follow Schlack and support everything he does. Says, Brian, please don't destroy Jimmy Controversy's career as well.
See, Schlack likes Jimmy Controversy too.
I don't know. I just feel like he doesn't. Oh,
That's my other cat.
look at him. Oh, your kitty got up on the sofa.
They're gonna have fun with. They're gonna have fun.
Hey, Will.
Is that
Hey,
Will
Will.
or Lola?
It's both of them.
What's the
fuck?
white
Will
one's
is
name?
in the front and
The
Will
white
is
one
in the
is
back.
this is the one that has the cerebral palsy for kitties.
Will
The fat
Smith.
one. Will Smith.
Hey, Will. The
And
big
Lola.
boy, the big
Yo, I'm gonna
boy
tell you
Will.
right now, these cats are so close to each other chilling. Before we moved here, they did not get this close to each other.
Like
But
ever.
they went through, like ever. And if they did, they would like fight. But now they're obviously chill. But it's only because they had like a traumatic moving experience together.
What
So they're
happened?
like bonded.
They
Like, hey,
moved-
at
they-
least
they-
you're
like,
still here.
I moved from house to house, and they did it like when they first got to this house. They were put in the closet together, and they bonded. They had a bonding. So now they're like brothers and sister.
Nice.
Mm-hmm.
I bet Brian got Jeremy Keane fired from Lucky. Yo, you know Jeremy Keane, Slack? You fucking would. He's a great guy, and he plays great music, and I love him. And I was there for his final send-off.
I don't get people fired from anything. They get themselves fired.
So Schlack didn't get fired.
Right? No one's fired.
Brian
God
got
damn it.
Jeremy Keane fired from Lucky is the funniest fucking thing I've heard all day. Besides that, you're 1% AC elites. Anything else? Anything else going on in the world? Oh, look, Will's trying to get off now. He's trying to get off. Watch it. You need like a step.
Yo,
You need
Matt
like a-
Hardy.
There is
ramp.
steps.
Yo,
There
Matt
is.
Har-
There is. Look at it. Look at it.
Matt Hardy's wrestling
he's
in
Well, don't
He
take it
has-
away. He's trying to get down.
he doesn't use it. He has
Oh, he
cerebral.
just jumped. You made him jump.
He jumps.
Broke his
He has
ankle.
cerebral palsy. He's not the brightest tool in the shed.
You heard Larry?
Like these wrestling fans.
He's posting on.
Matt Hardy's wrestling for GCW coming up soon.
Yes. There's also a Danger Pro Wrestling show, which is run by a Dirty Ron, which has a bunch of XPW talent.
What's
That's
the thing
this
in the
Saturday,
What's the
right?
thing with the black
It's
and
the
yellow
27th.
with
That's
Sabu?
Following.
Sabu, Schlack,
Sabu.
Dirty Ron versus Judge Joe Dredd in a no rope barbed wire match.
Wow, so Schlack is gonna get to be with his old XPW guys.
I think Slava's going to be there taking cloudy photos.
Oh, thank God for those visuals.
Mm-hmm.
So the black
Where
and
is it?
yellow is Ron.
I think it's in California. It's in California.
Huh, interesting.
Wow, when?
Interesting.
The 27th, the July 27th, Saturday.
I'll be watching.
I'm
not sure where. I'm not. I'm not sure where, but we'll find out where you can watch it. We'll talk about it next week. I don't know if.
And what's the deal with the next XPW show, like their final show, much like
Their
the Blvd
final show
Bullies?
so far,
Final
they
show.
say it's going to be August 31st in California at the church, Judge Joe Dredd's good old church. His buddy, the pastor.
Oh, okay, cool. So Larry, I guess they'll put us they're gonna put us on a plane to go, ring announcer and commentator, or what's the deal with that? Is Necro going to be there? Should I just fly to Texas and drive with Necro?
Maybe we should have Rob Black as a guest on this show to see if he's going to fly us out to California for the next XPW, the final show, the final XPW show.
Those my emissaries.
What'd you say?
Go.
Where are we going?
You go.
What?
I want you.
Well, Larry's sending us on a mission.
That's right. I want you as my missions, my emissaries. I want you to send upon California for the very first time. If it's on 831. If it's on 831, I want y'all's asses out there.
All right, I think I'm going to fly to Texas and drive with Necro, my commentary partner.
Amarillo.
Well, I chose not to say the city, but that's fine. Let all the Jimmy controversies of the world show up to their doorstep. That's fine.
Amarillo's a pretty big place.
You fly to Amarillo. You fly to Amarillo.
I'm not gonna have it any other way. I'm sure that Rob would get me a first class flight as the new commentator, endorsed by Brian. You're welcome. But what I would prefer is I'm gonna fly coach, maybe business class to Texas, and then I'll drive with my new commentary partner, and we'll do voice exercises the whole way.
So what you're saying is you're gonna fly to Amarillo, Texas, and then pick up Necro Butcher.
Yeah, we're gonna obviously rent the XPW car, and then we'll drive
the XPW car.
The XPW mobile. Because it is the final show. So
because
Brian, are you gonna be
live
on
from
Rob's
that show?
tonight?
We'll do our final show too, and we'll just wrap it all up.
How long is Amarillo from LA?
Oh, it's got to be at least 40 hours.
That's at least 19 hours.
It's probably fucking 8 hours to just get out of Texas, dude.
Jesus Christ.
Brian, are you going to be on Rob's show tonight?
I listen to the Rob Black Show every night. It's one of my nightly activities, and I enjoy it very much.
Are you going to be a guest?
Sometimes Rob Black talks about shit that I give no fucks about, but I'll still be in the chat talking shit about whatever he's talking about that I don't give a fuck about.
We all were.
I'm just saying. It's just
I'm just asking, are you specifically going to be on today?
Oh no, I don't know.
Usually when you jump on, it's Tuesday nights.
Dude, it's
usually jump on Tuesday nights.
Unscripted and unknown when Rob Black is going to decide to call me. I have no fucking idea.
I feel like he calls you on Tuesday because he knows you're all warmed up after this show.
No, he has no idea. He doesn't know. I tell the motherfucker every fucking day when I'm off. He doesn't know. He doesn't give shit.
Sounds like a terrible dad who would take you to see Freddie Got Fingered while you're 10 years
Just
old.
like my dead dad.
You have a dead dad and a live dad.
My dad
and my
too.
I think the thing for me that really fucked me up early was Resident Evil on PlayStation.
Dude,
that's a scary fucking game, dude.
I think Resident Evil might have even been my first zombie experience ever, even before I knew that Night of the Living Dead was a thing, but I think I might have played Resident Evil before I got my hands on Night. Well, that's it. That's the show. How do you guys feel about it?
Just sucked.
Yeah, it was a worse show.
Is the first zombie you see in Resident Evil that one that does that slow turn when you
Nemesis?
finally make it to the mansion house? And I think you like go in that one door, and then like the zombie like makes that so turn, and it's a close up of its face turning to you, and then you gotta fight it.
Oh yeah, and then for a while it's just the zombie dogs too.
The red doggies.
Zombie dogs, very, very upsetting as a child. Probably the reason why somehow it's connected. Somehow Resident Evil, when I was too young, is connected to the fact that I'm in love with being in Lucky 13, which smells like chlorine and fried food and butthole. Sweaty. All three sweaty.
A lot of cocaine done in that place.
Yo, I did a cocaine-less night at Lucky, to be honest with you.
Good for you,
Is that?
It's possible. I did it. I you know how people are raw dogging flights? No music, no headphones, no TV, no reading. I raw dogged Lucky. I didn't do cocaine at Lucky.
Is that the spot where Mance was like, "Don't touch me"?
Mance?
Yeah.
Oh, well, that's where Mance almost got murdered, and me, Sean, and Steve saved his fucking life.
He was out like a light.
Dude, Mance Warner versus Cass, opening fucking forearm, I guess was a little snug.
Stefaruski.
And Mance Warner went dead. Like, I thought he was having a fucking seizure, dude. He went stiff like a board and fell back like a cartoon, hit the back of his head on the concrete, was bleeding from the back of his head, was completely knocked out. He did the Tua, dude. He had his hands like this. Yeah. He looked like how Dilf Boy probably sleeps, dude.
Yeah, that's so fucked up. I don't know why I'm laughing.
So
funny to think about.
Yo, and it was all fucked up. And it was like, all right, match is over. Whole fucking night is over. And yo, this is when shit was packed the fuck out, dude. It was like
right after 5150, right, Pat? It was right after 5150.
Was it? It might have been. It might have been. No, I don't know.
Nah, it wasn't. It wasn't.
It might have been a standalone.
Eddie was there. Eddie Kingston was the announcer.
Different night. This one was it might have been Chainsaw Tony. Might have been Chainsaw Tony. No. Chainsaw Tony was something else. I don't know, but Mance was there. And yeah, and Sean, you had like run.
Yeah, shit was wild, bro. You had to go outside.
He had to go outside. We literally called him an ambulance. And it was like, hey guys, sorry, like we'll figure it out. Like I got on and did like an announcement. And we had all these spots planned too.
Well,
we were about to do all this shit with like the what the fuck is the thing in Ohio? Unsanctioned Pro. We were about to do all this shit with the Unsanctioned Pro Hardcore title where like Steve was going to win it for like a brief moment before like Manser pinned him and took it from him, right? But Manser got completely annihilated and knocked out. And we thought it was like going to the hospital for like a fucking fractured skull. And no joke, dude, no joke. He did the Mick Foley Hell in a Cell, but like for real. And he was like, get off me. I'm going back. And the dude was out on his feet. He definitely, much like all of us doing the show every week, did not remember his performance. But yo,
and you tapped him. You tapped him as the ref, and he was like, "Get the fuck off me," or some shit.
Yeah.
Right?
I said, "Are you okay?" He said, "Get the fuck off me." So dope. And we had a spot planned where he kicks both me and Steve in the balls and walks across our backs and tornado DDTs cast through a fucking door, and he remembered the spot and did it, dude. And the whole finish was like, oh, Cass, it's a double knockout, and then in like the moment of, and by the way, you know, I don't know whose idea this was, I can't remember, but whoever it is, he's a fucking genius. And it was all like, oh, it was a double count out, and Mance was down and Cass was down, and the Blvd Bullies like start scrambling around like putties. And betray Cass and pin Cass for a moment of the glory.
Yep.
And by the way, that moment of the
Hoisted
glory,
on shoulders and everything.
right? And that wasn't planned either. Fans picked Steve up and put him on their shoulders as
They're bouncing
champion.
up and down with him.
Dude, and then it turns around. Cass is still down. The celebration's over. Guess who's up? Mance. He's pissed. So what did he do? He did the fucking Stone Cold Vince McMahon, where he knocked us both out and used my dead hand to count himself as the new. And Mance was completely fucking concussed and possibly had brain damage during the whole thing and remembered that whole convoluted fucking thing I just explained to you. Sean, am I exaggerating in any way?
Not one bit, Pat.
If anything,
you're leaving out. If anything, you're leaving out details because it was insane that night.
Yeah, and
Wall
we
to wall
all,
packed.
the entire building thought that Mance Warner had died right there.
Everybody was like, "Yo, his head is cooked."
Yeah, he was all fucked up. Right, and
He had a hole, bro.
They're doing beer for beer, shot for shot, or whatever at the bar, and that's when I have gauze. Sean had gauze, or somebody. Sean was helping out a lot, and this is before Bullies. We were just friends.
I was just there,
and I gauzed the back of his head, and he goes, "Get the fuck off of me!" And I'm like, "Yo, this guy's the man." Mance Warner, everybody, the face of GCW.
Yo, main event at Cage of Death 20 in the arena.
And then went on to win at Cage of Death 20, probably only because he was touched by the nectar of the gods. Just a little quick,
nectar.
And then all of a sudden good things happen for him. Who knows?
What a show.
And now things in Blvd Bullies are completely different. If you say the wrong thing to Brian, he will completely vanquish and destroy your career.
Is Brian here? He's been so quiet.
He's doing a Larry.
I feel very, very powerful to have this superpower.
So who's next? Ginsburg?
You'll see.
Ginsburg. Who's next?
You'll see.
I think we should have Jimmy Controversy and Dilf Boy on the show. They should argue, and the loser needs to, never pick up another wrestler at the airport ever again.
Maybe they should have their match before the Bongos on a pole match.
Maybe they should open. Maybe their match should open the barbecue.
Hey, why not? I'm up for it.
Yo, maybe Dilf Boy versus Jimmy Controversy opens the barbecue.
I like that.
Yo,
I like that.
Larry, we woke him up. He's awake.
I like that.
I like that idea a lot. I like that idea
I like that a lot too.
And Brian, I think you need to reach out to them and say, "Hey, listen,
Brian,
don't know what?
Why are you just
you're respected. You're the point of contact, Brian.
I've been calling Dilf a dumb idiot for the past 24 hours. I don't think he wants anything to do with me.
Now we bought it
I'll
up
ask
on
him.
this. Now we bought it up on this.
I'll ask him.
All right, you know what? Listen, if I have to
reach
dust
out.
off the old keyboard, maybe I'll send some emails
Jesus
from
Christ,
the
off the
official.
old
It's gonna never happen.
Maybe I'll
What
send
do you
some
think?
emails from the official Blvd Bullies email address.
2030, he'll be on the show.
Well, maybe by then these guys could get the help that they need.
Maybe we'll all be dead.
So yo, they need to. I'm going to say, hey, guys, as fans and helpers who just ran a successful angle ourselves, we see what you're doing out there. And we would love nothing more than to take you under our wing and amplify your voices.
Hey, we want to give you a platform.
We
for
would
you
need
guys
to
to
give
settle
you
the
a
score.
platform, exposure. By the way, could you
Clout.
Could you go pick up Tarzan Man from the jungle?
Just gotta call him, bro.
Pat, you were so smart. Because he's on the show too.
Yo, and you know what else we're gonna do? Yeah, we're and Dilf Boy and that's the part of it. They gotta go pick the guys up.
Yeah.
Well, what?
Yeah.
Yo, maybe we Yo, listen, maybe first we should throw it out there for Thursdays. Here come the lane for them to have their debate.
Oh wow! No, I mean, listen.
Why don't we do that
I don't
first?
think they're cut out.
That's reserved.
It's reserved. It's
The
going to be a
flagship
Tuesday
show is
thing.
reserved for much more calm behavior.
Yeah, much more calm and highbrow.
Just a thought. Just a thought.
What happened to Here Comes the Lane? I was waiting on Thursday and it never came.
I think as we plan the backyard barbecue, and Brian continues to wear the neck brace as we solidify the mid-August date of the shindig, part 2, by the way. I think the new thing that we need to work on is we need to have like a debate episode between Dilf Boy and Jimmy Controversy.
Yes.
A big debate, politically fueled.
Yes.
You know, like we'll have political graphics of red, white, and blue podiums and all these
Chad
things.
Mins is the moderator.
Oh Jesus!
Who
Christ.
is?
Chad Mins.
Chad. Oh, I was gonna say Slava.
Slava's not gonna help
No, no. We're going to moderate. We're gonna sit back, and just do what we do as these two guys, try to convince both us and the audience who's right. It's like Shark Tank.
They have to convince us.
Yeah, except we wouldn't have water because they would both drown at even an inch. But anyway, that's neither here nor there. They're going to discuss their problems and air it out right here on the biggest shit-talking show that's ever fucking existed. It's perfect. We're going to help them. We're going to give them a platform. We're going to give them, full reign of argumenting. And then it will culminate in them jerking the curtain at the backyard barbecue bonanza and opening up with a full 60-minute Iron Man match.
No.
God bless us.
A 60-minute Iron Man match. 125-minute Iron Man match. Is that a kitty? Is that a kitty or a ghost, Larry?
That's a ghost.
Oh, my God. That was really spooky, dude. Now he's frozen. Dude, that's terrifying.
He's not frozen. He's
frozen with fear.
That's really, if you go back and isolate just that.
What was that, Larry?
Larry, that you just scared the shit out of me.
What was that? No, for real, before we get off.
I can raise the balloon, but I don't know who just opened that door.
Door opened itself. That door was closed, guys.
Listen. There's a storm going on right now in the wilds of Baltimore.
I'm a little worried.
And I have all the windows. In this house open for air. So I don't know.
Got sucked open, maybe.
Well, it wasn't just the door opening in the background. It was the ominous way he turned and looked over his shoulder. I felt like I was watching fucking Paranormal Activity.
I love that.
Yeah, like the camera angle, right?
Yeah, no, it was
open,
spooky stuff.
Spooky shit. Larry, are there spooky happenings in your house sometimes?
It's all the time. This house is historic. All the time. That's why I have 2 black cats.
Historic, aka haunted.
Do you feel like the land has more story than the house?
Absolutely.
Yeah, because you got to worry about the land over the house, really.
There's like an Indian burial
100%.
ground under your house.
The land could make it more evil.
Well, my mom buried our first cat. My mom buried our first cat, which is against the law, so please don't stitch on me. But she buried our first cat, McCavity, the mystery cat. She buried him on the grounds. He has a headstone and everything.
All right, peace to the homie.
Extremely spooky. Hey, so for next week, Brian, show the one of ones. Political. It's political season for the Blvd Bullies. We got political memes, one of ones. We're going to have a great debate. And then we're going to culminate in the most American thing that you could possibly do, and that's have a fucking backyard barbecue with backyard fucking wrestling. So comment on the video your Mount Rushmore of non-horror villains. Non-horror villains. And if you're thinking of a villain and you're wondering if it's on the borderline, think about somebody else. We want non-horror villains. Comment to win Brian's memes. Also, please feel free to go to the BoulevardBullies.BigCartel.com merchandise store, because I'm getting emails for sales, even though we're not promoting, and I'm realizing, wow, there are things still on sale that I forgot to take off from 8 months ago. So get them while they're hot. Also, if you want to watch the video that I spoke about, you could type in Mance Warner Blvd Bullies into YouTube, and you can probably find a very artistically made mini doc about the story I just told about the no ring. What am I missing, guys?
That's it.
No, we covered it all.
You got to give your final shtick there.
So, I mean, I guess the final shtick means that it's time to remind all of our enemies. Nobody really cares about you or thinks about you. But when you fail, we all laugh. And when you succeed, we don't care. So what you should do is die slow. And until next time, Blvd Bullies versus the world. Out of time. Bye-bye.
Oh, so cursed, may you burn in hell forever, forever.
No, Larry, that was mad creepy though, for real.
Yo, I turned my phone off. I turned my phone off to charge it. Yo, a storm just started. A storm just started.
Was it the door that's behind you that opened, or the door to that's directly to your right, though? How many doors are in that room? So that door was closed? That door was closed?
I went to pee, and I closed it behind myself, yeah.
So maybe you didn't close it all.
Yeah, it's out. Probably some slaves in here.
I am to blame. I am to blame for everybody's careers. Right, and now he's just running. He's running with it. I understand. I get it.
Dude,
But is it not funny? Is it not funny that I get mad?
We run a very volatile.
Turn on the audio.
We run a very volatile, aggressive.